dig deeper. Oh, real talk, we gather round. Stories to unfold. Beauty, chicks, and laughter. Secrets to be told. Messy gossip flows like tea. Hot and fresh each week. Living like we're shining bright. Our bond is why we seek the hope. Spill the tea. Just you and me. Laughing through the night. Smiling and free. Spill the tea. Just you and me. Laughing through the night.
Girl, did you hear what she did last summer? With her style and charm, she's a stunner. Flipping through gossip, the latest craze. Trying them to cook, oh how they dazzle they We keep it real, spilling the truth. In our circle of acquaintances, always from lipstick shades. Use of F3, sharing the vibe, feel the edges of the crease. Page by page, return our worlds. Sit still and strong, and life unfurled.
I don't even know what to say. I leave y'all for what, 5 days and all hell break loose? Y'all, we back on the porch. And I'm coming with the shits. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all for the drop a call. Y'all, and I ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna let the chat do the talking. Okay. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna listen and judge. Okay. After don't judge, I'm gonna listen and judge. But y'all, I'm gonna have to come back. Oh, I don't know. I got back in town today, but I learned that my niece is having her sweet 16th birthday event tonight. Okay. So I gotta do some, baby. I gotta do some for the damn streets, honey. We ain't got no porch talk. Happy birthday to all the Tauruses. I will have y'all sign and y'all music set up tomorrow. Okay, but hey, Taurus gang. My niece and my nephew are Tauruses. I got 2 birthdays coming up, but my niece's birthday is May the 1st. But because it's graduation weekend, that weekend, she's having her event early, child. My sister didn't tell me, so she ain't got no gift from her favorite auntie, but that's okay. Auntie gonna get her right on her birthday. Okay, so hey y'all, I'm back. I'm home, baby. I tore out to get home so I could get back on my damn front porch, child. It's lonely up here. The rocking chairs rocking, the breeze blowing, baby. Only thing missing is us. We back. We gonna listen to a call. I got the documents, so we gonna go over them documents probably tomorrow. But I gotta drop 2 calls, and y'all listen and fucking judge. Okay, happy Friday. It's flipping the script, flipping Friday. I don't know if I want to do it with 2 P's or 1 P, child. I don't know. But anywho, I'm home, honey. I'm home. Hey, everybody. Let me speak to everybody in the chat. And I'm finna hit play. Okay, they better hurry up and get up in here because I'm listening and judging. And I'm just going to let y'all get in this chat and do what y'all do because y'all know I'm finna be messy. Hey, Jay Blake. Hey, Esau. I miss y'all so much. Hey, Miss E. Thank you for being here. Modding for me at the last moment because I just set this live up. So thank you, Miss E. Hey, Florida girl, 813, baby. I drove through there. I went to the 305 Miami, but I'm back in the 850 Tally Ho. Oh my God, welcome back. Hey, Justin's mom. Thank you for being here, Vicky, too, and modding. Okay, Vic say, baby, I was having withdrawals, child. I got to get back home. I'm probably not going to be able to drop the link. Oh, my refrigerator open. I'm like, what the hell is that beeping noise? Y'all, I don't know if y'all can hear it on y'all end, but I'm gonna come back and drop the link, of course. Hey, Sassy Sue. I gotta see what time. You know what? I may do my thing on YouTube and just show up. Hey, CW. Hey, Miss Buckeye. Hey, Cross Country Cruise. Her. Hey, Ebony. Girl. Girl. We gotta be messy. Hey, Karen. We have missed you. I missed you guys too. Hey, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the pill, pill, pew, pew. Hey, Sanders. Child, I was on the beach. Hey, Judy, how are you? Happy Friday to you. Hey, Tanya, be here. Okay. Jay Blake. Okay, Nesto, you ain't saying nothing. Just listening. Juju D. Hey, Eve has many faces. Y'all a girl. I had to post on the community. Chick-fil-A guy said, girl, I know you spending time with your daughter, but you need to get on post. I said, baby, I'm home. And I'm finna hit the go live button at 5:30. Hey, Only B23. I got my sweet tea and my lemonade. She got her armor palmer, baby. Okay. Yeah, the YouTube streets is hot. I gotta get caught up, but I do have the documents. Hey, Rat. Hey, T Baby 74. But before we get into the documents, child, we gotta listen and motherfucking judge. Okay, is it too early for me to be cursing at 5:35 here in Florida? Well, the part of Florida I'm in, y'all know Florida has 2 different time zones. Okay, but I'm in a time zone that is 5:35. Okay, Eastern Standard Time. Hey, Jet Black Straight. I said her daughter got her on lockdown and she partying. Girl, she told me, YouTube can't wait. I'm like, you need to mind your business, baby. The business that pay you, not the business, the business that pay you. Hey, Glorious. Hey, Latita. Sure, Latita. I know you may want to come up when I drop this link. Nope, never too early. Cuss on. She say, carry on with the cussing. Baby, y'all cuss in the chat, child. Let me hit the go play. Let me hit the play button, baby, because sure, when it get to a certain part in this call, I'm probably going to have to run it back. Sure, because them folks say, I may have to name me a new series here. We gotta break up the family that pray. Okay, it's urgent breaking news about this damn F-350, right? So we gotta get on that because I got 3 calls. And we gotta listen to and judge. Okay, so we rolling it back on this Friday, as Letitia say, baby. We're talking, y'all saw the thumbnail. Y'all saw what it said, baby. We're talking about insurance, cars, trucks, and maintenance. Okay, I think that's what I put on here. Let me double check. Let me double check you. What do StreamYard say? Because I switched it up for StreamYard. I believe StreamYard said insurance, cars, trucks, and maintenance, something of that nature. So y'all already know what we finna listen to, what we finna talk about. Hey, Rainbow. Hey, a lady. All right. Sure. Now, okay, we listening and we judging. And this is what we do, okay? This is what we do. Sure, I don't miss and click something and like that. Let's see here. Give me a moment. I got too happy and it don't want to move over for me. Oh, there we go. Put that back up that way I had it. Thank you very much. I don't like the way that do that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Now let me see. Okay, that like I had it. Hey, Georgia Peach. All right, y'all. You finna hit play for real this time. We can run it back when we get to the point. The first person that say run it back, I'm gonna call you out. Okay, we're talking cars, truck, insurance, and maintenance. Oh,
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
tell me.
Hello?
Hi, hon.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Girl.
You sound much better. You got some
Georgia Peach
rest?
say girl.
Well, I was just chilling. Yeah.
You just chilling? In the rain?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's raining. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you get out there today?
No, I didn't get up there. I didn't really feel like it today. Mm-hmm.
But it wore you out yesterday?
Well, I can't say that. I just said I'd stay in today.
Oh, okay. Where your mind head at?
I don't know about where it normally is. Hey, let me say this at first.
Okay.
Next time you call,
Wait. What you say?
No, it's nothing. Next,
Okay.
the next time you call, I might try to put some money on the board. It's a different way you can do it because every time you call is $6 plus the charge for the phone call. So I think it's adding up. So it might take longer or they might hang up or something. I don't know. But I might try to do it a different way and see what happens. That's all.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because these calls are, yeah.
That's another kind of way they were trying to say that they charge $40 a month.
Okay, yeah. Something like that, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I don't know.
No, but listen to it and see.
Okay.
Because she says it on the call.
14 plus 1.
Okay, so it's $6 every time I call, and then after I call and talk to you, ask
Where you
about
head
that.
at? Where you
Is that what
head
you're
at?
saying?
No, I'm not saying
Where
that.
your mind at?
But
Where your mind
don't
at?
worry about it. I'm just saying next time, I don't know what it's going to do. It might hang up and you have to call again or something. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you know what? I think that's it, because sometimes when I call,
I hate when he cut her off, too.
Call
Hey,
money,
Mistress Monica, happy
hang up
Friday,
and
everyone.
give it a few minutes for the other party to set the thing up. So I guess that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Okay.
You're talking about now, it just say, hold on, give you 4 minutes to do the process.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you asked me where my headspace was?
The head.
Yeah. Because I talked to Monty. He said that y'all supposed to go out and look at somewhere this week. That's what he said.
Porch up in the house.
Tomorrow, okay. All right. Okay, cool. That's what he said. So that's what's my late.
Lamont, a.k.a. Pork Chop, stay in the mix, right? He makes sure everything is running well on all sides. Nesto, right? He the cameraman. He Jones and Jones. He over here signing off on to be a reference on them documents. Okay, Pork Chop, we see you.
Yeah, I just want to see, what's out there, my
Shirley with a
options,
Y.
everything.
Hey, you got 1 minute remaining.
All right.
Hey,
Okay,
Kenya.
cool.
Hey, Nesto.
Cool. Well, make sure you get on in the night.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, I'll call him. Yeah, I know. I'll call him and say, or ask him, are we still going before I go to work or after I come from work?
Before you go to work. Now you want to go, go after, like in the morning or something. After is what, 12 o'clock?
No, I'm talking about I'll call him tonight before I go to work or after I come from work. Tonight I'll call him about tomorrow.
Okay, I got you. I understand. Okay, cool. And, yeah, cool. So he get it cleaned out for you and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he took me to a place where they cleaned it out.
He brought it back over there to you?
No, he took me, after we came from South Carolina, we went over to a place by his house and they cleaned it. It took over an hour and something, but it was a long time because it was filthy. But anyway, we got it done.
I reckon after he was living out of that damn truck, honey. Them folks say they got 3 garbage bags, up out of there. Nesto was damn living up in that truck. Shirley truck, that is.
I just have to, I thought he was going to call me today, but I got to get that oil leak fixed, I guess, and get a tire.
Hey, Anastasia.
Because I don't want the oil to drop on their driveway.
Okay, with the oil leak, you can take it out. It's gonna be sunny. It's gonna be cool tomorrow, but you can go up there across the street up there on the hill up there. And yeah, and
You said we have to make an appointment, though, right?
We're beginning to judge now. Okay. Baby, is it the foolery, the fuckery, or the fraudery? Okay, yes, I made up fraudery. Okay. Is it the foolery, the fuckery, or the fraudery, baby? Because they say it's fraudulent documents out there.
yeah, you can ask him to see the appointment is so you can get your car, so you can get your
Yeah.
they give you a loaner car. You just leave it there. They
Okay.
have to fix it because it's up on the warranty because they fixed it.
All right. It's under warranty. All right. I just I didn't want to go by myself. That's all. But okay.
Oh, I got you. I mean, I can call. Just tell me a time.
No, I can call him too. I can
No,
call
I
him
can
too.
call.
It's okay.
No. I can call you tomorrow while you're going over there. That's what I'm asking.
Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know if I'll get over there tomorrow because I got to go see Lamont tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Hey, Lady Janine.
He can't drive big things so good. He's not a car person.
Who?
Lamont.
Lamont?
He's just the person you call when you need somebody's name on a deal document, honey. Oh, excuse me, phone number. He said, Pork Chop don't do cars. He don't drive big things. He just eat big pork chop, big pork.
Oh.
Yeah, he not a car person like that. I'll tell you that straight up right now.
Oh, he's not? Okay.
No, he's not a car person. Really.
Because say, baby, I'm being judgy.
Yeah, this truck is just entirely too big.
Well, you drove it all. You drove it?
I don't like driving it, though. I don't like parking it and all of that, though. It's too much. It's too much, but it's all I have right now, so I'm going to deal with it. Oh, and that's the other thing. Am I supposed to be paying the insurance for these truck cars?
No, you take all that other stuff off because all that stuff off. The only thing left is I told you it's the truck. I don't know what other stuff. I don't know what none of that. They took my car, so I don't know what they did with that. So I can't even complain about nothing. So you just take all the stuff off. That's what I told you last week. Just take it all off. Just leave the truck on there.
Well, I had already paid it. Okay, so this time I just will only pay for the white truck. Okay.
That's it. Just tell them to take all that stuff off because I don't know what's in there.
Mom.
But what if something happens or something?
No, because they got wherever they got the stuff at, they got it put up. You can't nobody drive.
Oh,
Yeah.
so after the investigation, whatever, we'll just deal with it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just pay for the truck then.
Yeah, that's it.
The Jeep is on there. The Jeep is on there.
Take everything off. Don't just take all that shit off. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about nothing.
Should we stop right here for a moment? Okay, y'all seen the documents, right? Y'all saw the documents. I told y'all we listening and we motherfucking judging, right? So, now that y'all seen the documents, I haven't had opportunity to read the documents because I've been on go. And when I woke up this morning, I said, I got to get the hell home. Okay, so I done did my laundry. Okay, I ran my little errands. Okay, cleaned out my car. Okay, and it take me no damn 3 hours, baby. It ain't take me that long. Okay. Now I told y'all I was coming to be messy and I was coming to judge. Okay, so now that y'all have seen the documents, what do y'all think about this conversation? Don't all y'all drop down in the chat at once. Sure, it's the Southern Drawl today, baby. Okay, Latita, wait a motherfucking minute. Aside from Shirley G-Wagon, whatever Dominique was driving in Nesto's truck, what else did she pay the insurance on? Sure. I told y'all this is called insurance, cars, trucks, and maintenance. I think I forgot to put maintenance on there, but I will update it because they talking about the oil leak, Hey, babe. He cut her off before she can run down the list of vehicles. Hey, CJ, welcome to the chat. Run it back, y'all. What a Jeep. Welcome to the front porch. Please like the live. Drop a comment below. We judging. He lying and he guilty, baby. The documents say you guilty. Okay, yep, it's they. Never mind. Oh, thank God. You're back. I'm back. What car stuff got me in confusion? What you? The Bentley? Oh. Hey, Cotton Candy Curls. Welcome, welcome. You excited for the mess, child? Yes, please run it back. They confiscated 4 cars, trucks, right? He probably was stealing, of course, to pay the insurance or using her money. Ain't no motherfucking way I will be making. Oh, wait a minute. I will make as much money as Slowberry and drive a effing Ford. She should have cursed him out. She don't know nothing about nothing. He been lying a lot. Okay, y'all say run it back, run it back. Sure. Listen. Yeah. I don't even know what. Okay, let's see. Let's see how far. I don't know how far to go. Let's just go to 6. That's my fault. I should have got the timestamp from when they started talking about these vehicles.
Parking it and all of that. So it's too much. It's too much, but it's all I have right now, so I'm going to deal with it. Oh, and that's the other thing. Am I supposed to be paying the insurance for these cars?
No, you take all that other stuff off because they all that stuff off. The only thing left is I told you it's the truck. I don't know what other stuff. I don't know what none of that. They took my car, so I don't know what they did with that. So I can't even complain about nothing. So you just take all the stuff off. That's what I told you last week. Just take it all off. Just leave the truck on there.
Well, I had already paid it. Okay, so this time I just will only pay for the white truck. Okay.
That's it. That's it. Just tell them to take all that stuff off because I don't know what nothing
They
is.
supposed to watch me.
But what if something happens or something?
No, because they got wherever they got the stuff at, they got it put up. You can't nobody drive.
Oh,
Yeah.
So after the investigation, if they, whatever, we'll just, deal with it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just pay for the truck then.
Yeah, that's it.
The Jeep is on there. The Jeep is on there.
Take everything off. Don't just take all that shit off. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about nothing. Nothing but
okay.
You got
all
that?
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, I got you. I'll make sure. Don't let it sit. Let whatever. We're not worrying about nothing. So.
Okay.
That's it. So all thing now tomorrow, y'all go check out what y'all gonna check out and see what's going on from there.
Okay. Get to the comments. All I keep seeing is Jeep. Okay, but that could have happened. Okay, because the truck was only in Shirley's name. So deceit was there big time to prevent Shirley from knowing the truck was in her name. Nesto ain't shit, y'all. I'm late, but I'm here. On the back porch and catching up. Just his truck. You stole those cars, Nesto. He knows all those cars were stolen. That raggedy ass truck leaving oil in these folks' pretty driveway. Well, baby, he said he gonna go and put some gravel on it, baby. Now he gonna get somebody to come in, pressure wash it, get somebody to come out there and lay some more concrete, to smooth it out, make it look like new, baby. He said he gonna go get him some pebbles. He gonna go get him some gravel when he get out, baby. Them people don't want no gravel in their damn yard. The hell, Jeep. This is financial abuse. Insurance on a stolen car? What, Jeep, baby? Lord, now Shirley, you running me low. Being so naive about everything. No question, Shirley. She said she was just asking a question. She was just asking, what are the vehicles off? That's illegal. SS shaking my head. Don't you know anything about anything? He's so ready. Take all that shit off. He knew. The gig was up. The jig was up. Okay, the jig was up. I got it. Okay, congratulations, Nestos, to your granddaughter. I think it's granddaughter. Hey, love to laugh. That could be Dominique's vehicle. She identified her vehicle as a G-Wagon. Hey, Latoy. Let me see. Shirley is getting on my last good nerve. Okay. Shirley and Dion found a truck by following the oil leak. That's how Officer Fields found Nesto. Ask Sonia, says she's seen the insurance court. Well, we just heard her say everything was on, her on the insurance that she had been paying. And I think that's just after he been locked up though, for real. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Nancy feeling okay?
Yeah, I feel okay. Well, I feel all right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised he didn't leave you his car. I'm surprised.
Who?
Dion.
No, I don't think he wants me to drive his car.
Are you serious?
You mean take the truck and let me drive his car?
Yeah.
You just said he don't like to drive big things. He just
No,
like
I
to
don't
keep
think
it
he
work.
wanted me to do that, and it's okay. I don't want to drive his car like that.
Oh,
It's
I'm
okay.
surprised.
I just drive the truck. It's all right. It's huge, but I could drive it. I just don't I don't care for driving it, but I'm glad I have something to drive. I'm grateful.
Okay.
I'm grateful.
So your room is laughing? I'm pretty sure they're laughing at you.
No, they didn't say anything. It's been kind of quiet. I was feeling some kind of way since, I was just feeling some kind of way, so I just kind of kept to myself.
Oh, talking about yesterday?
No, period.
Right.
No.
I
was
talking about the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
But I'm gonna get over it. I'm over it pretty much.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I understand. Yeah, it's always gonna get better. So at least you got most of what's going on, and you got some motion going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grateful. Like I said, God is still blessing in the midst of it. That's all. Try to stay up. Don't get depressed.
Right. That's right. Keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be a sunny day tomorrow. Yeah. Make sure you get on him today, because he be I'm doing some. Nope. Because he said something.
Yeah. Well, I didn't bother him in the morning because you said he slept late. So.
Yeah, he sleeps late. Unless he got something going on, he gonna get on up. But he be up all night bumping around.
It's okay. That's all right. He was fun yesterday. I do like hanging out with him. He's a fun kid.
Oh, Dion? Oh, yeah.
And he's smart. Yeah, he's a smart kid.
Yeah.
He's very smart. No, he's very smart. He is. He's a smart kid. He's a thinker.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Have her never hit to respond back?
Yeah, she said thank you, and she loves you, and, and all that. She loves us. She said thank you.
Okay, then. Thank you.
And Andre called me. Andre texted me today to see what was going on, so I just filled him in, and that was it.
Oh, okay.
He checked to see how I was doing. And I told him I'm cool. I'm okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm hanging on in now. Just ready for the process to get started. It's getting there. I'm almost there.
Yeah. You still have a court date on the 23rd?
Yeah, it's going to go on the 23rd, and then I'm expecting them to come see me one more time before the end, and we're going to go from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
All right. He never had a home and don't know how to take care of anything and don't. Hey, Shirley C. Not the oil leak. Yes, honey, the oil leak. Follow them oil leak, baby, like the yellow brick road. Dion is raggedy too. Who knows what documents she had access to? Right. Because long as he had the documents, in the car, if he got pulled to verify that he had insurance, reporting to the motor vehicle, why would Shirley need them? You know what I mean? He's always volunteering somebody else's property, time, and money. Yep. You're the only one being laughed at. Why would people be laughing at her, Nesto, because of you? He don't care. He don't understand because, like we said before, he's never had to work for anything. He's never had to earn anything off the sweat of his back, right? He get it off of women's backs, in my opinion. Whatever woman, he's with at the time, or whoever his prey is at the time, which always seem to be a female lady or a woman, right? So he don't understand anybody that have had to get it out the mud, baby, brick by brick, dollar by dollar. He don't get that, right? So he don't care what nobody say, because he ain't really got in his mindset, I could just go scam again and get all this back. So why I worried about what they talking about? They not his friends, they're her friends. She's the one living in these people's home, not him, right? I'm sure they're thinking, what the hell? I can't imagine fretting over a vehicle. Stop trying to see what people are saying about you, with your dusty ass. The lady is sitting up here telling him she was feeling down, and all he has, for her is, okay, well, I'm in jail. I'm the one in jail. She's grateful, and he got her in all this mess, right? Let me see. If he allowed her access to their bank account, there's no telling what else those passwords were used access. I mean, who knows, Georgia Peach? Yes, I think she started paying the insurance after he got locked up, because she said to him that Dominique was still on the policy. Please like the live. He sounds shocked to hear anyone compliment Dion jealous ass. The fool is laughing at her heartless. Hey, sunshine, rain, and gardening, welcome. Nesto always trying to regulate. You are not in control anymore. Dion may not have wanted Shirley driving his cars. Nesto really don't care about how you feeling, and don't. Wow, see, he was ready to be messy about Dion, and Shirley stopped it. Everybody smart in Shirley's head, except for Sheridan. He sounds shocked that she thinks Dion is a smart kid. The family that prays. Sure, they all around him. Even Dre called in to check in. Twice, Nesto tried to throw Dion under the bus. Didn't Sonia say Dion act like a biatch? And did. Hey, the truth is in me. Hey, beautifully made 13. Welcome to the chat. Y'all missed the good part. I may have to run it back since everybody is joining the live. Dion is a smart kid and a thinker. Oh, okay then, Shirley. Okay then. Lady Janice said, sure, well. The black dotted road. Oh, no. Girl, he's smart. Where? Probably never owned anything. Nesto was going to sprinkle sawdust on those people's driveway. Girl, he was gonna go get some damn spray paint. Yo, Lady T-Boy, you are correct. However, he thought he struck oil with Cynthia. Instead, he struck sewer. Oh no, baby. Sunshine nowhere. He wants her to say something negative about Dion so that he can go ahead and talk about him. That's really how his dad feels about him. And it is. And it's so sad. It's really sad. Child, all y'all came in. Y'all missed the best part.
I think everything gonna go well. Like I said, sometimes information it's not accurate unless you hear from the source. So yeah, and then once you get from the source, then you can fight better. And I see what's going on in the system out here now to keep you from.
Yeah, he still doesn't have all the information, but they haven't given him anything. But
Right, but that's okay. That's all right. It's gonna be just fine.
Yeah, God is still in control of this whole situation. And, they'll see. They'll see.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So
They'll
that's
see.
all.
Because God, this is God. This is all God.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree.
Well, do y'all agree with Miss Shirley with the newest documents that was dropped that this is all God? The truth will set us free. Okay? The truth will prevail.
Uh-huh.
Totally
And,
agree.
I was thinking maybe that's what this is all about, to get you a
Right.
closer
Nobody.
relationship and a better relationship, get me a better relationship with God. I mean, I think, sometimes when you go through stuff like this, if God is all you have to depend on, because this is none of your doing, then, you look to him and get close to him and just take refuge in him and let him handle it,
Right. That's right. That's right.
Let him handle it.
Okay.
Let
George
him
P.
handle
said
it.
yes.
He will handle.
And he still blesses in the midst of it. And that's how you know that he's still with you, because in spite of everything, he's still blessing.
That's true. Did her daddy go back, or he's still in town?
No, he's still here. I think he won't leave, he said, until Thursday. So I don't know. I didn't hear from him yesterday or today. I thought about going out there today, but I didn't really feel like driving in this weather, so I might go tomorrow if it's not too late. Because tomorrow's the last day. Yeah, I don't know if she's been out there, and I doubt it, but it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Just, it is what it is. I'm not going to, I can't worry about everything.
Yeah, you can't. Get him to come get you instead of driving. Just tell him to come get you.
Oh, I don't know if he can drive. I don't know anything. He's had that massive stroke, so I don't know.
No, I ain't talking about him. I'm sorry. I'm talking about mine. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay,
yeah,
I will.
Tell him, I'm asking him, tell him.
I guess she's talking about Sheridan's dad had a massive stroke, but Nesto was talking about pork chop. He switched the subject, Shirley. He didn't want to hear nothing else about Sheridan and her dad. Okay, he back on pork chop helping you. Have pork chop to come pick you up, ma'am.
I'm asking him to come get you. Yeah, he a man, you're a woman. It's too dangerous out there now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah,
okay.
In my opinion, he didn't want nobody to see Shirley driving that truck, baby, because he didn't know if somebody would come up and say, baby, your husband owe me some damn money. Okay, Miss Shirley. Because what is so pressing that she can't drive the truck? Like, she's driving around regardless if she rent a car, she's driving somebody else's car, she driving Dion's car or pork chop car. She's driving, she gonna be riding around. So what does it matter? To me, it's because it's his truck with that Nesto Buckhead sign, on that F-350 that he must not want to draw attention to. That's the only thing I could think of, right? Nesto was going to the pet store to get the fish tank gravel for the driveway, the same pet store he bought the bugs. Oh, Lord. God is their crutch. Georgia Peace was just saying yes to the question that I asked about do we think it's God, at this point, Shirley was in the dark this whole relationship, shaking my goddamn head. Okay, a lady just rolling her eyes. My friend, who is like Shirley with a bum husband, was also a Leo. You could tell her. I mean, I think you meant you couldn't tell her anything, but she knew her man was a bum. It took a lot to get her away from him, baby. Like I said, I am not that type of Leo. So I don't know what they got going on. I'm sorry, Shirley is such an airhead. Unbelievable. I think I fixed it, Vicky. I asked for a friend, who is the God they are talking about? My friend doesn't know him, baby. It's the God, okay, the switch out, the sellout, okay, that begins with the L. There used to be an angel, okay. That's the God I think they're referring to, okay. Because what we do know, salt looked like sugar, and the devil was an angel. Why would he want Lamont to drive Shirley? Because he wanted Lamont to be nosy. I can see that, Vicky. Ooh, daddy. Sheridan's dad. You know, in our series, Trials and Tribulations. This is the call after we ended that series and went to the family that prays. I think that was the next series we went to. And remember in that series, Sheridan dad is there. He wants to meet up with her. And Sheridan giving his ears the run around, honey. Sheridan acting like the baby daddy. I gotta go do this, sure. I gotta go to church. One of my kids sick. I gotta go to work. Sheridan acting like the baby daddy, baby. She giving all the damn excuses. And Shirley don't like that. Okay, because remember, Sheridan's dad, Michael, has never met the grandkids. And he wanted to stay while he was there. He wanted to stay with Sheridan. Sheridan said, I don't know that damn man. Her daughter, yeah, Shirley's ex-husband. I forgot he forged Sheridan name too. Okay. With SS, it's okay that the lawyer has no information, but all the while getting SH Steve Harvey to find out all information, keep her surrounded by his people to keep her from finding out anything. A shame. He needs other men to take care of his wife. Did they charge him with forgery too? I'll pull it up, Vicky. He gets on my nerves trying to make her scared of everything. I also wanted Lamont to feed her lies about why he's locked up. Yes, God is in it, just not the way Shirley thinks he is in it. I agree with that, Lady Janice. Before he got locked up, he was paying the insurance for all of the company's cars with Shirley's money. Now he wants her to pay for the only one that was in her name, the F-350 that he drove. Ooh, okay. All she knows is, okay, hun. Yes, hun. I hear you, hun. Okay, why didn't her daddy come down when the baby had surgery? Neither parent stepped in, but they want Sheridan to have an open heart. Okay, hey, Jackson Tabasco, how are you? SSI to info. Hey, Miss Veronica. Welcome. Okay, so we have people that join after the tea that we really wanted to share. So at the end of the call, I'll run it back. So y'all can hear the major tea that we wanted to discuss. And that is the insurance, cars, truck, and maintenance.
Yeah,
I'll definitely tell him.
Yeah, tell him I'm asking him and my brother to come get you. Now,
Okay.
you come meet me, this and that. No, that's too much. I need him to do the same thing Dion did. Go be your guardian angel. I feel comfortable with him.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
take them but a little time now. Just a little time. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll feel better
All right.
with it. Okay.
All right. I'll tell him. Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't like to drive anyway, especially somebody else's car. I like to drive my own stuff.
I understand. So, yeah,
I'm most comfortable in that. That's where I'm most comfortable, driving my
Me
stuff.
too, Lady Denise.
Remember?
You ain't changed.
You like to ride in the back?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember that, but what do we call her? The girl with the basketball husband. When she came up that time, we was looking at a place over there in Carver with it. It was a high rise. What's her name?
She got a basketball husband.
Yeah, the one, the coach, basketball coach. Out there in Chicago.
Oh, my friend?
Yeah, when she came, yeah.
Uh-huh. What about her?
You remember when we went to look at that place over there in Carver, that High rise.
We went to look. I don't. You know, I don't know the counties like that, but yeah, I remember us looking at high
Yeah,
rise.
that's called.
Bang!
Over there,
You,
and if you can,
my Leo sister.
what the name is, Valentino. If you can,
Yeah.
we went to Valentino House.
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
What's
that's a nice
Valentino,
spot right
y'all?
there too. That's called. That's nice. So if you,
Ninja
But they didn't
Turtle.
have any. They didn't have any vacancies, did they?
oh, I don't know, but you could find a name to find out though.
Okay, and it was it might be kind of old now.
Girl, get your ass out of people's house.
So anything but Fulton, right?
Yeah, anything but Fulton, yeah.
Shirley said he's probably old now. Girl, go call Valentino Ninja Turtle and find out the name of this location over in Corp County. And I don't know what basketball friend she talking about. Do y'all know?
All right. Okay.
Anything before it, but if y'all can't get it before next week, just try to shoot for what you got to shoot for, and I'll just go stay to Dre's until I get to whatever's done. I just got to have an address as long as it ain't in Fulton. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
At this point,
I'm not
Jay
gonna let
Blake.
nothing stop me from getting free, so I can get out here and tackle my business.
Well, you know, the judge, I think, was a mistake, though.
That's it. So I do have options. I just trying to keep us together.
Right. Well,
Vicky, add that to the dictionary. He got options. Okay, he said he got options. Georgia Peach, the judge made a mistake and told him that in that that he could not come back to Fulton County. You know, like they told Thug them they can't come back to certain parts of Georgia without permission. But I believe it was cleared up after that court date when he went back on his next court date. Judge Manning did tell him that.
we should be together.
Yeah, I mean, I know that part. I'm just saying, I just can't stay in Fulton. That's all.
Okay.
Not
now.
Yeah, not now.
Not now.
Girl,
Yeah.
why do you want to stay in Fulton County so bad?
Oh, yeah, I already told him, make sure I have everything intact now so he know what's going on, what the judge said. So that's what we at. That's a good start.
Okay, honey.
That makes sense?
Yeah, of course it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
even if it don't move fast, like I say, go to Dre house or whatever, old man house.
You is an old man, and you older than Dre.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's fine.
And he go with the shade. He said, baby, if you go to Fulton, I can't, baby. Because Judge Manning did tell him that, and I believe she just read it wrong. I don't know why she said it, whatever, but, you know, it was clarified that he could go there after they cleared that up. But it's I'll go live with the old man Dre in his old man house. Which we heard Dre say you like to come out there and go down there to the green waters behind his house. So now it's an old man house now, and you older than Dre. Come on now.
You know, I got to do what I got to do. You know, a lot of people ain't got no blessings at all. They ain't got an option to go to another county. Yeah, that's all. They got one home, so it's like they put them out their own house.
Hell, you ain't got an option either because you still locked up. Shirley is a passenger princess, aka Passy Princess. She really thought she was a kept woman. Ooh, God is in it for Shirley, right? Because look how everything has come out. Look at God. Won't he do it, Shirley? Hoover better start playing with the YouTube street. Shirley owes all of us a checker. Let's look that up. Sheridan is booked and busy. Yes. Shirley was giving him the same damn excuses he been giving her. Okay, he's trying to get her to stay out of Fulton. Nesto kept her broke, homeless, and in some mess. Oh no. Shirley can be mad all she wants, but social media saved her because she was on a slow road to hell. Oh my God. I told y'all as the listening judge, but he wanted Sonia to move to Fulton. That probably was after the judge clarified that error. I don't know if it was an error or that was a stipulation at the time, but Judge Manning did tell him that. Yes, Judge Manning told him that, and she didn't stutter either. She said it with her chest. with her chin and her chest. Okay, do you hear that, Dre? Nesto said your house is like an old man house. Sure. And Dre over there going through it with his son at that same house. Dre, I just love how he speaks down on folks that are free and that he need bank. Okay, he's trying to make it seem like ain't nothing much going on over there at Dre house. Child, Dre barely be home. That man be on them streets to Chicago, baby. Dre be putting the big rig. He said you ain't got to worry about Dre house being like the RV. He trying to make it seem, yeah, I agree with that. I already read it. Then he want Dre to use that house for bond money. Sure, he wanted damn Dre to use anything he had access to, baby. College fund, life insurance. Dre got a deed in his name while he has a number over there in Cobb County, but property of Fulton County, baby. Hey, 80% CMOS. Girl, when you say locked up, I laugh every time. I think that's how I said it. No, I'm a hush today. I'm not going to say, girl, I ain't been here in a week. Show up and show out. Lady Janice, I missed you. I told y'all to listen and judge at the beginning of this. Did you hear the beginning? Well, did you hear the part that we wanted to be discussed? Okay, about the truck, the maintenance, insurance, the Jeep. Did you hear that part, Lady Janice? I'm gonna run it back for y'all that came in late. I'm not going to say how much they anger me when they try and play in God's face. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Hey, Gina. He was playing her. Yeah. All across the board. The whole crew was using her except for Dre. Cat woman with her own damn money. I can't. $8 pork chop plates, baby. It's the $8 pork chop plates. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got pow. We raising money. He talking about all his friends that got their stuff honestly. Right, Georgia Peach. Dre is free and eating nibblers. And Nesto is calling to beg Dre for money that he doesn't have. Listen, that part. He talking about, you still got that account set up, sir? Dre said, well, baby, I waiting on you to call and tell me because you said you had all you needed, Cynthia, baby. So I'm going to keep my little coins. Okay. He probably wanted Dre to put his trucking company up too, baby. I heard a little bit of that insurance part. Yes, honey. You know, Cynthia said, I'll put the 40 G's on my back, you know. Child, in the term life policy, in the damn term life policy, honey, and he could collect when I die. Because you know the publishing clearinghouse check had expired. Nesto doesn't respect his friends or anyone else working honestly. He don't.
Yeah. You know, Thanksgiving is the one holiday that I cook.
Yeah, I know it. I'll eat the leftovers. Just go on cooking. I'll eat the leftovers.
No, I can't cook.
He said he'll eat the scraps. Don't give it to the dog, Shirley.
I don't have a kitchen. You know, that's her domain. I'm not going to be in there, you know, while she's trying to cook.
Okay.
I might make a cake or something, but I don't know. I'll let her do her thing. I mean, not let her, but, you know, I'm not going to be in the way trying to, yeah, you know, that's her kitchen.
And then plus, if you don't get it over there in time, like you got to put a cardboard up on the way and get running to a car.
He said, well, if you don't get over there in time to get the truck maintenance, just put a cardboard up under there so them people driveway don't get messed up. Hey, uniquely Sonia, RN, PhD. Hey, Kayla K. Hey, Aries 1. Welcome, everybody. We'll run it back so y'all can hear the first part of the call where they're talking about this truck. Shirley at least offered to cook something. Well, what did Shirley say her specialty was? Mac and cheese and pound cake, right? When we did our reaction to Gary with the Tea and Company. where Shirley was the guest. Shirley let us know that mac and cheese is her specialty and pound cake. I forgot that he wanted Dre to put up his house and then also leverage 20,000 on Nesto when he had Cynthia being the middle woman, okay, and being rude as his customer service rep, okay. Dre is all up and down the road in his truck laughing at his rabbit ass. Dre has been taking notes from everyone. I agree, Georgia Peach. I love when Dre said that. I was too tickled. Dre would have ended up homeless like Shirley, right? Because he don't care. He don't care. Like, he gonna run off on the plug, okay? Shirley, LOL. Shirley said, I don't have a kitchen. Baby, them folks said you put $60,000 over there in Bent Creek kitchen until Nesto went to the feed store, baby, and threw some crickets over there. Said it was roaches. He'll be waiting on his leftovers forever. How you gonna get leftovers in somebody's house? Jackson Tabasco say ghetto. The ghetto. Georgia P say he's so damn ghetto. Sure. Them people ain't gonna put no cardboard box up in their nice gated community. Sure. Them damn the homeowner crew gonna come out there and say that's against the rules. Okay, the association. Shirley at least offered to cook something. Yeah, she said I'll make a cake. I don't want to get in the way. Like Shirley is going to crawl under a F-350. He said, get Ronald to do it. He's still volunteering somebody else's husband, to do something. This ninja is the king of changing the subject. He always do that. Hey, Chanel, you got to keep up with him. He doesn't respect hardworking because he wants them to scam with him. Remember, he wanted to build a scamming empire where everybody else do all the work and his name ain't on nothing. That's how he do it. They tease her on the show. She cannot cook. I'm just going by what she said when we reacted to, which was a suggestion from one of you guys over here on the front porch. Thank you for sending it to me again, okay? Because I did thank you when we covered it. Shirley said her specialty was mac and cheese and pound cake. Okay, mac and cheese with no cheese, just butter, noodles, and cheese powder. Well, Gary did say we used to eat that the one in a box, right? Hey, El said Uncle Dre is also eating bananas, oranges, and plums. Okay. He not lying like Cynthia said. He doesn't listen. Dre was throwing him a hint. Then he has heard everything that you have said, Nesto. Dre is out here listening, baby, like the feds, baby. He tapped in like sweetie, baby. Tap in. I said for never. The justice system is about to give him his Thanksgiving dinner, baby, from here on. His name can't be on anything, not assets to only claim for victims. Oh, scamming ass Nesto.
Cardboard up under there, or I can get some acid and pour it down there and clean it up myself.
Did he say some acid? He said, well, boy, just put the board down there. When I get out, I'll get some acid. Sure, can you accidentally drop it on your whole damn body so you can disappear? Let's run it back. Sure.
No, I'm not going to be in the way, Tana. Yeah, that's her kitchen.
Mm-hmm. And then plus, if you don't get it over there in time, now you got to put a cardboard up under there. I get Ronald to put a cardboard up under there, or I can get some acid and pour it down there and clean it up myself.
You can get some what down there and clean it? Acid.
Yeah, I could put some acid and clean it up myself.
That dictionary big. I don't know how to spell it.
I might get out there, so I'll just put some acid down there and clean it up myself.
Yeah, they're the neighbors. It's the neighbors' driveway. So, because their driveway is filled. so their neighbors are out of town. So, I don't know where else I could put that truck. That's what I'm saying.
We want him to pour that damn acid over his head.
They don't want you to park there either?
No, you can't do
Shit, they say no face, no case. Nesto, get that acid and pour it over your damn head and see if you can pull a Houdini, baby, because you said you was gonna pull a Houdini. Okay, that's what you told Dion in the Family That Prays series. We want to see it, chum.
that. You can't stay there overnight. No, that's just for visitors. You can't stay overnight. They made an exception, but now, no, they can't do it now.
Okay.
That's over. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess
They
you're running
just
to
told her that, chum.
put a piece of cardboard up under there, suck that oil up. It's just like that when you let it run for a minute. Like you let it run, that's when it goes deep. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't drive it today, so maybe it won't be any oil under there.
Yeah. So, you can, like I said, you can go across the street over there and ask for the heavy duty part, and you just can walk over there and then tell him take your
Hey, Sonia,
registration so you can have your VIN number and it'll pull right on up.
Oh, shoot. Where is the registration in the truck? I forgot to look for it.
They're supposed to have it with the sticker. That's what's on it. Y'all didn't put the sticker on the tag?
Yeah, we put the sticker on the tag.
That's the registration, Shirley, here in Georgia.
Oh, that's right. Let me see. I'm tripping. Thank you for
Shirley stressed the hell out.
vehicle renewal fee receipt. That's all this is.
It's a what?
It just says vehicle renewal fee
the registration,
receipt.
baby.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's the registration, and then that's
the registration, hon. Okay, you see your name on the registration? It say Shirley.
Registration.
Shirley C. Clark. Okay, Strawberry Williams. What the hell did the registration say, Shirley Clark? But the folks said you knew that truck was in your name. And you was making all these payments.
Piece should be
please read copy for your record. Okay.
Yeah, and you should have a registration inside the glove compartment.
I hope it's in there. I didn't even look. I forgot. Darn it.
Okay.
Gotta go look. Yeah, I hope it's in there. I hope they didn't remove that. I hope they left that in there.
They just made a
But
copy.
I'll check and see.
They just made a copy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So like I said, you can take it up there, or you can maybe too cold, just walk up the hill.
No, I'm not walking. No, it's too cold. I didn't even walk today because it's too ugly out there. So, and I don't have. I got to get some decent, clothes because it's cold in the morning. I've been walking later in the afternoon, but it might warm up a little bit tomorrow if it's not raining. But I don't want to get sick or anything.
Okay.
Because it's a mess out here, this flu and this other RSV respiratory disease. Something is going on. And I can't.
Is that?
It's some sort of, you get the same symptoms as the flu or something, pretty bad.
Oh. Is that like COVID or something?
No, it's not COVID, but it's
the
I think it's more akin to the flu.
Sonia, uniquely RN, PhD. Can you let the people know what the diagnosis is, baby? It's a respiratory infection, Nesto. We know you probably never had insurance. You probably just drank, liquid LB when you get sick, baby. But
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw her.
So did show you how to crank it up, let it warm up for
a few
minutes, and then
did I see?
She didn't show me how to crank it up. I know how to turn the car on. So if I turn it on, I'll let it warm up for 10 minutes. I know.
Professionals.
All right. Then if you're done, going gear, put it back in gear, and then cut it off about 2 seconds, and then crank it back up. And that's
okay.
There she go.
Yeah, that's the computer that they got to reset. They got a recall on the computer, got to be reset. That's what that is.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm supposed to chuck it up that end. That's
We
what I
had
was
a
doing. What I
cold
was
blue
doing.
over here on the front
I
porch.
have to
Take
deal
it up.
with it.
Yeah. You were supposed to take it up there, and then they
Yeah, there you go.
they arrested you. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So it's record. They know what to do. So I'm just hoping that they have a car now. Everybody turn their cars in so they can try their cars, them loaner cars out of town. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
For Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's what they be doing. Trying to turn the cars
Well, if they don't have one, I'll just have to park it right here.
Okay. Well, we'll take one step at a time. We're going to take one step at a time.
Right.
Yeah. One step
I
at a
mean,
time.
like I said, it's good to have one and don't need it than need it and don't have one. You know.
Right. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. But I thank God that Ronald is a man that he can help a little bit. I appreciate that. That I really appreciate.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thank God that Ronna is a man and he can help out. Well, what the hell happened to Pork Chop and Dion? Can they come over there and put the damn acid down, child? Or this thick, heavy-duty cardboard? I mean, come on.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. But I'm going to try to call Dre later on. Try to call him later on.
Ray already told you that.
Uh-huh.
He come to his
Whenever
damn
he called
house.
me, his phone just can't move like it won't. Could be driving.
Yeah, he's probably working. Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. So yeah, but everything.
Hey, Miss HLS.
Okay, honey. Yeah.
But you did get some rest.
Well, I mean, yeah, I slept. I slept last night, if that's what you mean. And then I woke up early, and I've been up ever since. And I was just
need a
chilling
nap,
right
Shirley.
now, waiting, just chilling until it's time for me to go to work or whatever.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
the
I still
president.
got to do my work. Huh?
Oh, you ain't got your work yet.
Yeah, I got some of it. I didn't get it all. Did Trump announce that he was going to run today?
No, he talking about something, but they ain't came on yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with the internet here, so I can't get any channels
How
but
you gonna
one.
go to work?
I've been watching Nick Cannon wilding out all day, and I'm so tired of it. But I really like it, but it's like too much. Okay, now I need some adult stimulation for my brain, some news or, something else.
And that's how it is in here, watching BT all day, every day, all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I understand.
Yeah, so I'll probably, I've been trying to play a game on my phone to keep my brain stimulated,
So if you got no internet, you can't work in.
That's what I was saying.
No, it's on my phone. It's just on the TV. I don't know. It could have been the rain that knocked it out, or Tosh really had to work yesterday and she used a lot of Wi-Fi. So I don't really know what it is. I just know that, whatever. It is what it is.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. It just is
package.
what it is,
Oh,
I can't complain. I'm not complaining about anything right now.
Okay. That's a good spirit. That's some good spirit right there. That's some good spirit.
Yeah, I'm alive. I'm healthy.
Okay.
Shirley, you can complain if you want
boss
to.
ain't getting no more slack.
Here
Back
we
up
go.
a little bit.
Today, who knows? I mean, yesterday, who knows what today will bring,
He really want to know what Steve thinks about him being locked up. Charles, Steve said they cracking down on that damn fraud, baby.
What you mean yesterday? He was on here yesterday?
No. I'm just saying when I went to work, nothing happened yesterday, but, it can always bring, you never know. I'm ready for whatever.
Oh,
You ready for war?
Shirley said her Pastor Troy voice, baby. We ready. Shirley said, I'm ready for whatever, baby. I'm suited and booted. All right, Steve.
You ready for war?
They always have something to say about everything, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't want to be paranoid, but I just feel like they're always on me, all of them.
They need to
Really?
stop though,
Okay.
for real.
Yeah.
Well,
I still haven't gotten Junior a wedding gift. I got to do that. I got to do that. I haven't done that yet.
oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to,
Get some off
I'm
the
just
register,
not trying to
Shirley.
spend a lot of money or anything because,
I understand.
yeah, still got a lot of stuff. You have 1 minute remaining.
I understand. Okay,
Well, love.
I love you, and keep your mind occupied. Stay busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm chilling right now. Yeah, I play games. I do what I can. I read scriptures.
Okay. I saw a good show today on Porch. They were talking about haters and jealous people. Why people jealous of people got what they want what you got. That's the thing. Yeah.
Well, Nesto, you ain't got to worry about Lady T-Bug or anybody over here on the front porch, baby, in the bushes or a part of the replay game being jealous of you over there in cell block D. We not jealous, baby, okay? We not jealous. We'll let you have that.
That was a good show. It was a good show. I was shocked.
Yeah.
Did he talk like that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the word for you today.
Jealousy.
Thank you.
Haters
Watch
is
out
the
for the
word of the day.
haters.
There you go. Watch out for it. Everybody want what you got. Okay, I love you. I'll try to call you Thursday. I'll try to call you Thursday.
Is today Tuesday? Okay.
Tuesday. So that'll give you enough time to see if you went up there or not. Just cut it.
All right. To the car dealership. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there, and I'm gonna take it back to something I said earlier, baby. Salt look like sugar, and the devil is an angel, baby. Okay, I'm gonna run it back because some of y'all joined the live late. Okay, so let me run it back to the beginning where they were really talking about the truck. I think it probably may have been around this 5-minute mark. I don't know. We'll just run it back to the. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat before we run it back. Sure, did I miss saying hello to anyone? I hope I didn't. I was trying to get y'all, and I was trying to let it play through so we can cut up. For real, for real. Oh, I went back too far. I got to answer Vicky's question about forgery. Child, maybe it's going to be some new charges, Vicky. I don't know. Oh, there we go. He does change the subject with with hard lefts. I don't know them folks laughing at the acid. I'm just saying, pour it over your damn body. That's all he did. Clean up stuff, the house, the cars, this bum. If she had done that, those stains would still be there. Ninja, you don't get out. Deport. Why am I in Vegas and I just saw Ernesto's barbershop? Oh Lord, is that the real? That's the real Ernesto, baby. Since he is Ernest, okay? She got the truck in the neighbor's driveway. Shirley and Nesto are both annoying as hell. Well, we all know it's not going to be cleaned up no time soon. I hate when people use my driveway without asking. And maybe the property is vacant, right? So they're just parking it over there. Hey, April B, I don't remember speaking to you. And so they're just, probably, when they're think that maybe they're not going to be showing the house or something. I don't know. Oh, raggedy ass truck. Just think of how much he spent on the truck for it to be leaking oil 2 years later. It must have been raggedy when he bought it. Baby, over there on them buy here, pay here lots, Georgia Peach, they ain't got nothing over there but lemons. Okay, that's why they got to do their own financing and stuff. She knows nothing about registration, insurance, titles, tax, nothing. Stupid Shirley, so sad. It irritates me that he's not taking info into account that all these rubber band man ass scams he was running have left her stressed and she's just trying to function. He's laughing at her every move. I'm trying to understand what she was doing before nasty. She acts like she can't do anything for herself. I know someone said in California, which was where she was before she came to Atlanta, that they do vehicle registrations and the renewing of tax different than we do down here. So maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure. He probably hoping that she gets it so yeah, he can get her insurance. I could see that. Can she just say respiratory? You know, my goodness, baby, I had to call a cold blue. I need a medical professional to break it down. He doesn't care if nobody has a house because his big house is waiting for him. Yes, honey. It's too dangerous for her to drive, but okay for her to walk. Make it make sense. I think he just don't want anyone to see her in that truck because he don't want nobody to approach her about the scam I am. Nesto, not even automatic start to alleviate having to go outside before time. That's true, Georgia Peach. Guys, in the picture, he looked like he has on leggings. All this to just start the car, no ma'am. He knows he loved that raggedy old ass truck. That damn truck is raggedy. Who in the hell wants to drive a car? You have to crank twice, baby. Hit on the hood, pump the gas 3 times. Okay. Do a little shimmy. And then it'll start. Turn the steering wheel to the left and the right, pump the gas 3 times to drive it, and blow it back smoke and make $400,900 a month. Baby, his to-do list was really long. He always talking about what he was about to do. Sure, exactly, Victor DeVille. She already living with Nesto. Better yet, what kind of man is he asking other men to help his wife? That man ain't got no shame. I thought Ronald was knocking on heaven's door. He was talking about, they were talking about Sheridan's dad, not Ronald. Depending on the other men. Junk truck with a 900 payment. Y'all better I keep telling y'all that about here. Pay here a lot. Have y'all been on one? I have bought brand new with the plastic, baby, still in the car. And never, you forgot doing the honky pokey, doing the hokey pokey and turn yourself 3 times around, baby. That's what it's all about. Pay $900 a month. You know, people with good credit got to get, with bad credit got to get what they can get. I love me some E-Man. Hitman Holler. I like Hitman Holler too. Is that the one that left? I was happy when he came back. I think it's Hitman Holler. He's trying to dig a trying to take a dig at Steve. Steve ain't checking for you. Although she ain't mentally bright, but she tries to remain optimistic. Okay. He pumped her head full of paranoia. Also, Steve was trying to give Shirley the heads up because Marjorie left both of her men when they got locked up. He was trying to get her together. Shirley said she didn't want to talk about her marriage. That nervous laugh irks me. She said it irks the hell out of me. Now I see why they always own you, because they know that you are dense. I hate that laugh. They do need to stop though, because they pressured her into this damn marriage. Hey, Nola. I know you fucking lying. Exactly. Y'all ain't got ish not one soul. Okay, I'm trying to get caught up, y'all, and then we're going to run it back. And I bet he hung up and called Boney Marjorie right back. No, he didn't. Remember? I told y'all he wasn't talking to her. He was mad because she didn't come camp out, you know, with her diapers and diaper rash and baby food. So remember, he wasn't talking to her. Sir, what you got? Not a damn thing. Shirley said, SS should have said, I'm trying not to spend much money because of you, and say a few unholy words and just repent. Okay, it will make you feel so much better, Shirley. I'm telling you, we are listening, but we are judging. We won't judge you cussing him out. Sure, I will. I'll be like, cuss his ass out, Shirley. In California, once you register your car and get tags in person, after that, you can get your tags online. The truck had over 200,000 miles. I don't get it. Baby, because you don't have bad credit. Think from a person that has evictions, repos, garnishments, judgments, no job, no business, no job. Okay, think from that perspective. Okay, and you'll understand. It'll add up then. Oh, Fred, junkyard truck. Nesto had, Nesto had. I think I can. Thomas the truck. No, that was Carlos. Okay, it was Carlos. Okay, thank you, Miss E. True. I like Carlos. And I like Jess too. I like the white lady. You talking about Carlos Miller. He left wilding out and came back. Yeah, okay. I'm talking about Carlos. I like Jess too. I like the white lady with the red hair. True. My daughter be watching Wilding Out. Okay, Hitman holla. Hey, Marjan. Hey. Okay, let's run it back for the for you guys that came late.
Fix it.
All right, it's under warranty. All right, I just I didn't want to go by myself. That's all. But okay.
Okay, let me go back a little bit
I
further.
mean, I can call. Just tell me a time.
No.
Maybe
here.
Yeah, and
you said we have to make an appointment, though, right?
Yeah, you can ask them to see if the appointment is so you can get your car, so you can get your get your loaner car. You just leave it there. They have to fix it because it's up on the warranty because they fixed it.
All right, it's under warranty. All right, I just I didn't want to go by myself. That's all. But okay.
Oh, I got you. I mean, I can call. Just tell me a time.
No, I can call them too. I can call them too.
Okay. No. I can call you tomorrow while you're going over there. That's what I'm asking.
Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know if I'll get over there tomorrow because I got to go see Lamont tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, cool. He can't drive big things so good. He's not a car person.
Who?
Lamont.
Lamont?
Yeah, he's not a car person like that. I'll tell you that straight up right now.
Oh, he's not? Okay.
No, he's not a car person really. He's not that type of person.
This truck is just entirely too big.
Well, you drove it all. You drove it?
I don't like driving it, though. I don't like parking it and all of that, though. It's too much. It's too much, but it's all I have right now, so I'm going to deal with it. Oh, and that's the other thing. Am I supposed to be paying the insurance for these truck cars?
No, you take all that other stuff off because all that stuff off. The only thing left is I told you it's the truck. I don't know what other stuff. I don't know what none of that. They took my car, so I don't know what they did with that. So I can't even complain about nothing. So you just take all the stuff off. That's what I told you last week. Just take it all off. Just leave the truck on there.
Well, I had already paid it. Okay, so this time I just will only pay for the white truck. Okay.
That's it. Just tell them to take all that stuff off because I don't know what none of that. So.
But what if something happens or something?
No, because they got wherever they got the stuff at, they got it put up. We can't nobody drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So after the investigation, whatever, we'll just deal with it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just pay for the truck then.
Yeah, that's it.
The Jeep is on there. Jeep is on there.
Take everything off. Just take all that shit off. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about nothing. Nothing but
okay.
You got
all
that?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I just
it.
wanted to ask.
Yeah, I got you. I'll make sure. Don't let it sit. Let whatever. We're not worrying about nothing. So.
Okay.
That's it. So all thing now tomorrow, y'all go check out what y'all gonna check out and see what's going on from there.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, you feeling okay?
Yeah, I feel okay. Well.
Okay.
I feel all right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised he didn't leave you his car. I'm surprised.
That's the part we want to run it back for you guys that jumped in late. Okay, we ran it back, I think, once or twice when we listened to it. I see you, Jet Black straight said, gee, chul. He should have said, ain't none of that shit really mine. Anywho, you the only one with anything, okay? Shirley didn't know that she could cancel insurance at that time. She could have gotten a refund. Thanks, Chul. Well, I don't know. I said we was listening and judging today. Okay, so we've been judging for about over an hour, right? And I don't know how many vehicles they had on there, but we did learn that about the Jeep. And Nesto said they took all my cars. I don't know where they at. I'm not insuring no car that ain't over there at 980 Pine Grove, right? So just keep the truck on there and put some cardboard up under the truck where it's leaking at. And when I get out, I'll put some acid down there. I dropped the link, so if you would like to come up, feel free. I'll check my niece out, child. She's 16. They're gonna be up late, child, at her little shindig. It baffles me how slick at the mouth he is about criminal activity, but can't read us at a second grade level. Miss E laughing. Oh my God. Like, damn, get a clue, Shirley. I know that Shirley probably regrets getting involved with this fool. Most definitely. Okay, I got my first person, my first panelist. Hello, Shan. Long time no talk.
Hey girl, you still with us here on the porch? You still got breath in your body? You're alive, okay?
Baby, I'm here with the mess.
Happy to see that you're okay. You're alive with us. Glad to see. Hey everybody.
I respect my
This just
elders, but she make me
confirmed
want to
how
touch her.
dumb she is. That is all. That
That's it, that's
I'm
all.
sorry. You can read. I was just baffled by how dumb she really is at her age. Go ahead. I'm
Okay, I
my
respect
bad.
my elders, but she makes me want to shake her. Don't give her shaky baby syndrome. We heard you, Ninja, about removing them illegal cars off the insurance. SS low, but we ain't. All right, Lady Janice, that's all we were trying to say. Okay, don't act like you didn't know nothing, Nesto. Don't act like you weren't the one doing all this stuff behind Shirley back, because clearly Shirley didn't really seem like she knew what all was on the insurance and what all needed to be removed. Okay. Go ahead, Shan.
It's funny to me that, well, it's not funny, but it kind of lets me know my thoughts and feelings about Shirley is true. It's like she just gave complete her brain power to this man. And I'm not gonna say that we ain't all done it, but we ain't done it at our current ages, and she way older than us is the thing that really baffles me about it. But she not me. She ain't never been me. Reading her, knowing about her life story, I wouldn't have went through that. So I can't really put her in my shoes, but I can say that I'm gonna judge today, and today I say Shirley is dumb, and that's on P because he's sitting up. You had to actually ask, and you have actually been paying this stuff, and that's what tells me that she's just doing what he's telling her to do. She relinquished all brain power at some point in this relationship, brain and money power to this fool, and he's so dang on dumb himself that he don't realize you don't want her on the stand, bruh. And you not telling your lawyer everything, because if you were, I feel like Sean wouldn't be saying what he's saying, because he gonna put her on the stand because you're sitting up here acting like, oh, she was paying the bills, and you gonna try to use this stuff right here when woo 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 come back with these calls and say, okay, she may have paid these bills, but you still was telling her what to do. And you
Thank
so
you.
dumb, Shirley. Whose Jeep was you paying for? Because you called a G Wagon a truck. You call it a G Wagon. So who had a Jeep? And who had, she mentioned something else that kind of slipped my mind because I listened to it twice. I was wondering if I was gonna hear it the second time you ran it back. But I'm like, she's mentioning things. And then I pick up on the fact that listening to your calls and stuff you was dropping in members that Shirley ain't had no clothes. So you mean to
Mhm.
tell me that you done put all this woman's stuff in storage And Shirley ain't got no clothes. And that's why people was talking, because we were only hearing part of the calls. So people was talking about why she's spending all this money, because she didn't have nothing. He packed her up kind of in the middle of the night,
Mm-hmm.
basically, out of Big Creek, and put all her stuff in storage. And she thought it was all over a bug. That he knew, like you said, he went and got from the bait shop. He went down there to the pond and picked them up himself. He didn't even go buy them. He went and picked them himself. So you, Shirley, like you, I'm like, oh my God, like, oh, oh, it's just like, I can't believe that you actually let this young, cause to you, he a young fool. You let this young fool come in, step in, and run your life.
He a
And
YN.
yeah, definitely a YN. Definitely. I learned that word a couple weeks ago, and I was like, because I kept seeing YN, YN. I'm like, what is a YN? This fool right here, he's a YN. Definitely. And also, do you notice, everybody in the chat, get with, hey, stay with me now. She never asked him, where's his money? Or where's the money? Or where do I get, or who do you bank with, or anything like that? She knows nothing. Because if my husband was to get arrested today, I would be like, do you have all your debit cards? Do I need to come up there and get them? Did you leave some money here where it's at? Because he got his hiding spots. I've never, and nothing, nobody played, including you, with all your new full videos, full calls.
Mm-hmm.
She's never asked about his money. Because if my husband went to jail tomorrow, tonight, today, I'm gonna ask him, okay, I know you got some money. Where is it at? Like,
Where the
where your
chime
money at?
card at, baby? Where is the
Like,
damn
your
chime
debit
card?
card, is it here or was it in your wallet? Do I need to come up there and get it so I can get your money to get you out? Or what do I need? So you want your bills paid? You want your car note paid? I need to come get your money. This right here tells me that Shirley relinquished all brain power, money power, and pretty much everything else to this idiot. And I just can't believe that. I just, in my mind, I'm kind of like everybody else who wants Shirley to be this person that just somebody enlightened her, or nobody enlightened her. It finally felt real dumb. That's what it did. It finally felt like I'm just the idiot. And she enlightened herself, because we see the brain power this fool got over her. Because remember, like you just said, Lady T Bug, somebody in the chat, it's too dangerous for her to drive around by herself, but she can walk. Make that make sense, fool. Make it make sense. But I know why you want her to ride around with your people, because you still want them to speak highly of you to her.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
why you always asking, because you don't want nobody else to say anything that's disparaging to you. That's why. And when you were saying that, I was talking to the screen girl. I'm like, girl, he telling her all that. He want to know what people saying, because he feels like if they talking too much about him and telling the truth, then they making her think, which he's
Yeah.
taking all that power. He's taking, you don't have to think about nothing. I got you. I'm running this in the ground, but I got you. And she thinks they have so much stuff. Just because you got all that shit in your name and the insurance don't mean it's yours. And that's why he wanted you to take it all off. Take it all off. Yeah, because none of it his. And he know they done took it, they gonna keep it because it ain't his. And he done turned all the people's stuff in for them cars. He know ain't none of it his. I don't know if nobody else up here, but I'm just
Big.
ranting because I'm just like, oh my God, he just got her so like no. And I totally agree with what Vicky said. And I've always thought that he's mind controlling, mind effing, all that her. Like it's she just so gone. She in that cult called Nesto's LV club. She in it. She in it. Go ahead. I just dumb. Shirley, you dumb. Sorry, girl, but you dumb.
Hey,
I'm
Baba
sorry.
lady. Hey, little sis Vic to the veil. I missed you.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, when is she going to be back? Can her daughter let her come out to play? There's so
I
many
told her, baby,
documents
when
coming
I wake
out.
up, I'm going my ass home, baby.
And when like the Hoover motion came back, and then like Sean and me Will Wooten immediately responded. I'm like, where the fuck is Lady T-Bug? I I'm like, Can her daughter let her play just for a little bit, like an hour, hour and a half, maybe at the most? We'll get off. We'll behave. I guess she was just like, oh nope, it's mother daughter time.
Right. Her and
Um,
her daughter was chilling. They was relaxing.
I understand. You
She
need that
had me
break.
on the go, y'all. Know when I be home, I just go to work and pretty much come home. She had me in them streets.
And see,
We went to Miami. We went to Miami too. Hey, Mons. Hey,
that's how
Shannon
Oh,
my
they was
mama
at
T.
the
be.
Hey,
beach. They was at the
Yes,
hey,
beach.
that
Juju D.
that's how my mama be. Like I'm like when I go to visit my mama or when she come here, I just like to chill. I just want to spend time just in the house. You can do whatever you want to do. I just like to know that she's near. That part makes me feel good. My mama like she's like a road runner. She want to go. I'm like, can we just keep still and enjoy each other's presence? But this, yeah, I really didn't really think about the clothes situation. He left her like basically having to purchase and repurchase everything. And I know, like
Mm-hmm.
she said, all that stuff had tags on it, and he does not care. He doesn't. He thinks that okay, so
We can
what?
get it all back. We can get all back. You know, the Lord doesn't let you have breath in the body. We get it all back.
We get it all back. You get it all back tenfold. What you gonna do when God bless you with more? With tenfold, what you gonna do when God give you a little
Perfect,
bit
Vic.
more?
Yes, yes, Vic.
What you gonna do when God give it all right back to you? And he plays on her faith, and oh, she is dumb, but I do believe that her friends, her so-called work friends, her so-called work family really did push her into getting married and made her feel like, okay, well, you 50
Mm-hmm.
something, you need to get married again. Nah, bitch, you don't need a man like that. I mean, you could be out here flirting and be sexy mama at 70 like she is right now. You do not need a man. You could have companions and whatnot, but this kind of access and just complete the relinquishment of her mind, her finances, her sanity, because you could hear the frenzy in her voice. Even though
Yes.
Shirley's like a very she's a nice princess, but you could hear the frustration in her voice, and like she
And she
doesn't.
literally told him at the beginning, I'm sorry, Vicky, that
No, go ahead.
I have not even been talking to Tasha and Rhonda them. Like I just been in the room. Like I'm trying to get myself together. And he skipped right over that. He
Yeah, he
skipped right
doesn't
over it.
don't care. It's like, oh well, okay. Well, and he hops to subject to subject. Oh well, just put you some cardboard down there. Like you could just walk right on over there. Yeah, you don't. He would rather her walk to the freaking what? She want her to walk to the dealership.
He don't want he wanted her to walk over there and get the cardboard. He was talking about the cardboard, child.
Nigga, do I look like some bag lady walking down the street with a
Piece
fucking
of cardboard.
piece of cardboard?
The heavy duty. He said the heavy duty.
Yeah, go down,
Just
go.
walk across the street and get it.
Yeah, go to the Ross or go to the Target and ask them for a piece of cardboard,
Better
and
yet, let's go behind the building, baby, in the
and
dumpster.
yeah. Better yet, go steal one of the pallets and roll it back to the house. I know you only 5'2" and weigh about 120 pounds, but go ahead and steal one of them pallets. And you in your 60s and whatnot. Go steal a pallet and put it underneath the truck. Yeah, I think Ronald as a man, he can go in there and get underneath there. That's not Ronald's job. That's supposed to be your job, Negro. Like to be home with your wife and making sure that she doesn't have to go through this. He loved that freak mobile so bad. I know the RV was a freak nasty mobile, but the truck, I can
Hmm.
imagine how many miles and coochies that truck has seen. Cause you just think about it. He
He
had every.
stank. He stank.
I mean, it's probably seen. I believe that Nesto is like he's probably like an addict. You know what I mean, like a sex addict,
The
just
nympho,
a
nympho, nympho,
nymphomaniac.
nesto.
Yes, I really do. Because if what kind of man drives around with the things on him and liquid Viagra? Well, like seriously, even like we reaching Shannon Sharp levels of and Diddy levels of freaking nasty. So, but this whole truck situation, it's rather interesting. You can sit here and say that she made payments, but yes, you can hear these earlier calls
Big
when
sister like gal.
he is he's directing her. And she completely sounds clueless. And anytime she tries to make follow-up questions like where's this, where's that, or even just simple questions like, well, what are we paying what's the lawyer doing? What are we paying for? Hush, yeah, yeah, yeah. He cuts her off. So his lawyer cannot. I mean, let me be honest. Let's just be real with it. They had a good amount of information on him,
Mhm.
but Nesto and Sonia really kind of told it all on these calls and in the text messages, and God knows where else. So when I say that Shirley needs to thank YouTube, and Will Wooten has given YouTube its credit, like social media its credit to,
Yes.
because it's pointed them in the right direction.
Right.
I mean, he's the one that kind of got himself further indicted. Like I think a lot of this stuff would not have come out had he not talked so much on the calls. He pointed them in the right direction, and really it's his other old lady, his other freak nasty. Well, Shirley wasn't his freak nasty to begin with. I think she was just she's just his prayer warrior. But I think Sonya is the one that really just he and his conversations with he and Sonya, and then him totally dominating Shirley on these calls. Because I mean, I think the only time she really had a presence was when it was the ultimatum. She's like, "You're not gonna tell me what to do. You're not gonna make me give an answer to you. Nothing like that is gonna happen." I think that was the only time she really got to feel her voice and just kind of say, "You know what? I'm not dealing with you anymore. I'm not gonna. You can't run me over on this conversation. Don't cut me off." Because outside of that, he did have control over her. She released everything to him. I never want to be in that situation. Of course, you have an imaginary scenario sometimes in your head that Prince Charming will come through and all your prayers will be answered and he's going to have everything will be taken care of. But in reality, you can't put that kind of pressure on somebody and still expect them to be a business operator and be a functional husband to you, because they're going to build either some sort of resentment for you or they're going to take advantage of you. You just putting everything on your spouse to do and you think that that's just okay. I mean, she holds some responsibility in that. She has to have an understanding that there's not. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like you can't just put all of that responsibility on somebody and not know anything and just be helpless out here. You have a responsibility to yourself to be able to function in case something happens to them. What was she going to do if Nesto passed away? Discover this then? What if he had a heart attack while he was pumping himself with all that liquid LV?
What if he would
Liquid
have
V?
poured that damn acid over his damn kidney
Just shut
and pulled the
up.
Houdini?
I mean, when I was talking about like Steve and Marjorie, I mean, I personally, I think, Steve and Marjorie have had talks about, her prior marriages or her prior relationships with her exes, and she did leave her exes when they got locked up. She might have hung in there for a
Oh, I
little
did
bit.
see your comment. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Marjorie might have hung in there for a little bit, but she realized, okay, this jail stuff ain't for me, and she left them, and she moved on to bigger and better things. I think Steve was trying to kind of drop a low key hint to her, like you need to, without telling Marjorie's business, he's probably trying to tell her, hey, you don't need to be in this. This is not your fight. This is his fight. And I mean, as selfish as Steve can be, and he's perceived to be, he's telling her right. Like my wife did it with two men. You could do it with one. So just get on up out of there. Get yourself together. Don't you know what I mean? Don't get yourself stuck in this. And she hung in there just a little bit too long, because when she did that rundown of I had a car, I had a house, I had all this before I married you, and now I don't have any of that. I don't even have clothes. I got to go buy panties. I got to go buy a bra. I mean, what did seriously, like, think about this. What did he leave her with? I mean, how did he come? She said the movers just threw everything in the truck. Like, what did she seriously have on her? Like, just a jogging suit? And she had to go And what I mean, like, what kind of story can you tell somebody? It's like, well, all your shit's packed. Go on over there, stay with Tasha. Oh, no, she was staying at a hotel at first. Go stay at the hotel for just a few nights, and then go on over there with Tasha and Ronald. Like, I'm serious. What? How can you just leave me without any of
Also,
my
Vic,
clothes? Sorry.
sorry. Good
No, go
evening,
ahead. Go
y'all.
ahead.
I
Good
didn't mean to cut
evening.
you out. You made a good point, but also with the way that they kept having to move from house to house, that never bothered her. That never aggravated her. She never asked questions because it seemed to me like they moved quickly. And even with that last move, you saying that, the movers just threw her stuff in the
Girl, that
truck.
was pork chopping Dion.
Wait, who moved her out the house?
Yes, and Dominique.
So with the money that she makes, and with him having access to the money, she never questioned why he just didn't hire movers. Because she clearly could afford it, making $400,000 a year.
Nesto ain't gonna pay for no movers. Nesto like, I got people.
I don't understand. This shit is just dumb. And I agree with y'all.
I told y'all I was coming to be messy. It's the strawberries. Okay, go ahead, Letitia.
It is definitely the strawberries because she is the head of household. He is not. This shit is just dumb. This is so stupid. And I agree with you, Vic. Like, Shirley has to take some responsibility for a lot of these situations. And we heard in this call the way that he kind of would ring her around. He talks so fast and he moves from subject to subject.
Yes, he
Somebody
does.
like Shirley is very proud, so she's not going to tell him as many times as she should, like, slow down, say that again, or even to come back to a subject over again. Now, me, I'm ignorant. I'm going to ask 1,001 questions, and people tell me I'm mean. I don't give a fuck. I need to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. At the end of the day, I feel for Shirley, but in some ways I don't. Because she let this man do a lot of what he did.
Yeah, they moved all that stuff in the RV in Nesto's truck.
Oh, they
Are
put
you
in the
serious?
RV?
Now, y'all know.
She's being
But I
facetious.
noticed.
Girl, I was about to say.
I like to bring your point, Letitia. I'm like that too. Like, if I need to drill down on something, if it's something I don't understand, I'm like, stop. Go back to what we were just talking about. I can be perceived as too direct. That's been something in my performance review. Too direct. So I'm with you. She doesn't question it, but I think she mentally, sometimes it seems like, just hearing her on these calls, she's so withered down, mentally, that she's just used to, she knows she's not going to get a straight answer. So why
And he
even
cuts
bother?
her off constantly. The minute she does hit on something, he's moving on to something else and just stopping her from talking. It's like, okay, you notice that she's on to you. Like, she's about to ask the question and you don't want her to ask the question. And as soon as he does that, she just drops whatever she was on. I'm like, I can't do that.
He knows she gets confused real easy, so it's easy to, because when she was talking about just the simple stuff, like, most husbands in this situation, she's like, okay, there's the Jeep, there's this, there's that on the insurance, and then
Exactly.
it's like, well, I need to know this. I mean, there ain't nothing on it but my truck, my truck that's in your name. You
But
need to pay for my truck.
verify that. Don't just take his word for it. And she's constantly just taking his word for it, which is so weird to me because I feel like, and we keep saying this over and over again, Sheridan has shared some details with her and she's not taking Sheridan's word for it. So what the hell is the damn difference?
Sheridan's the
They're
enemy.
jealous. Remember how they ended this call? They're jealous.
Yeah, he did
Mhm.
reinforce that. You're right.
Mhm.
Sheridan is the enemy. Remember, she said this was around that time where Sheridan was her enemy, and then she was mad at Sheridan for not seeing her negligent father, and she was gonna go meet her her abusive, negligent ex-husband,
Right.
who had women faxing her job. Well, I forgave him. She should too.
It's not the same thing.
Hi, ladies.
Hey,
Hey,
Glorious.
Glorious.
I just want to say this. Nana, nana, boo, boo. I told you so. I told y'all so. I told you so. That's all I want to say for right now. I
Okay.
told you so because
Yeah,
she is
great.
who she is.
Okay.
And that she's showing, I mean, she's showing a lover. She's seems like a sweet person. But for real, though, she is just. I'm trying to be. I'm gonna be nice. I was just gonna say spacey. But yeah,
She's an
it is what it
airhead.
is. Yeah, it is what it is. Because I mean, one thing I do want to say is the fact when he started rolling over those, when she said something about those cars on that on her insurance, this is
Mm-hmm.
what sealed it for me. It's like, girl, for real, something wrong with you, you know, for real, because you got all those cars on your insurance. Well, he didn't let her say it, but she alluded to that there's more than one car, more than two cars on
Yep.
her insurance. There's several, and he sits there and says that, oh, don't worry about paying those because they, they're gone. I don't know where they are. They confiscated them or whatever he tried to say. Where the cars at? Because if you had cars in your name, you have to maintain insurance on them. So, where the cars at? What cars was he talking about?
His from his security company, Nesto Elite Security. Okay.
Right.
Flashlight cop, mall cop. Okay.
I see you. I see you.
See you. I see you. Oh my gosh.
And I do want to say, I've been meaning to make this point. I think that when they, because, Sean Hoover's argument is that the car was in her name and then she was aware that, I think she may have thought this is my theory. I think she may have thought the registration was in her name, not necessarily the loan. That's, I'm giving her some credit. Maybe she didn't know the loan was in her name, the financing. Maybe she thought the registration was in her name. He told her, maybe could have told her some cockamamie lie about, oh, the something about, I can't have that many cars registered, or I can get some sort of audit or something. I don't think she really thought that, because like when it came time to pick it up, maybe she thought that's why it was so weird for her. When she's like, I thought you said it was paid off. Or maybe, that was my thought about that. I'm like, well, she's questioning it being paid off. Maybe there's two things. Maybe she thought that just the registration was in her name, or maybe she thought he got it in her name and he told her, look, I had to do this temporarily. I'll pay it off. I'm going to pay it off really quick. What do y'all think?
I don't think he told her nothing. I don't think nothing. It. I don't think he told her anything. I don't think she asked, and I don't think he told nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Mm, okay.
I don't think he explained anything. I don't think he. I just think he just did everything. And the demonstration that I'm getting from her, and my impression is that she didn't ask about nothing. I mean,
Right. She didn't ask.
didn't care about anything or ask about anything. Because who? Okay, y'all women, who in their right mind gonna let you pack all of your? I swear, this making me mad though. Let somebody pack all of their clothes and you sit there making 400 some $1,000s a year and you begging for your own clothes and I don't know where nothing and I don't know where nothing is and I don't have. Are you insane?
And she can't even get to it. Even if
Yes.
she knew where it was when she found out what it was, she couldn't get to it. They had Lamont talking about potentially breaking into the joint.
Right. You don't even have a key.
So this
He's
isn't
she
this is an insanity. This is insanity to me.
she
I'm
was still
sorry.
expected to make payments on it with $2,300 a month or however much it was behind, and yet he knew where the keys were. He told, I mean, he most certainly knew that the key, one of the keys to the storage at least was in his property. At least that's what he told her. One of the keys to the storage was in the property, but it was in Dominique's name. So why not? He didn't want to release his property to Shirley. So the con was still running.
Absolutely, because he thought he was getting out any day. Absolutely.
What do y'all
Well,
think about? You have 1 minute remaining. Thoughts. Okay, I believe there was no loan. I believe Shirley paid cash for the truck. Nesto put some down and pocketed the other monies. Okay, proceeds with the fraudulent loan, baby. Um, that's an interesting perspective. Okay.
They got to look into whoever his contract is down at Laura's Trucks, because we got some things going down at the dealership. Something is happening.
Yeah.
Honestly, why would they think to look if they've been doing business with him and technically her all along and it's never come back? This the first time it's coming back like this. And they think he's an actual businessman because in my experience with car dealerships, they're not really going to question you. They just trying to get that sales. They don't care. Even
Hmm.
with the buy here, pay here, they just trying to get you to use their services so you because they get a kickback from that financial service, whatever they use, because all of them is it's not really an in-house bank, but it's some creditor that they've lined up who knows that they're only going to be dealing with high risk customers. And because none of these dealerships are at the actual bank, but it's their creditor. They get all the kickbacks, they get all the other stuff. And why wouldn't I let you do this? You walking up in here with $12,000. I didn't let you didn't did this before. It's never kicked back in the few years
Hmm.
I've been dealing with you. No, I don't look above board. But you know what? You've always heard the thing about used car salesmen. It's
Hmm.
true. I'm in the Motor City. We deal cars everywhere around. Everybody driving. If you 16 years old, not 9 out of 10 in my neighborhood, you got a decent car. You driving. And that's the thing. We have those lots literally
Everywhere.
every mile you can
Hmm.
find one of those lots where I'm from in my state, and it's cars all over the place, and these people are not, there's no due diligence. When I go into the dealership, if I could produce something that does, and I heard somebody say that's here where I am and said, well, when I go do da, 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 da. No, that's not how it work with me. Like me and my husband, we have a dealer. My husband don't have to be there to do
Right.
whatever
Yeah.
because we've bought our last 5 cars from him. He
Yeah.
not questioning nothing like that. So it depends on the person. And there's nothing by law. And that's another thing you gotta go what credit stuff and stuff like that. Because looking at the documents, the only part of that document that is not really looking sketchy is the credit part. And that's because that's the legal part. And when you go in to get a car, all this stuff I keep hearing people say, and that's why I stopped going to other channels because you can't do this. You can lies. Even before C19, you could do stuff like that. Cause I'm telling y'all this.
That's true.
I live in a
Hmm.
motor city. We did cars on every corner. That's
Hmm.
not true. It's easy to get a car if you have a dealer at a reputable dealer.
Hmm.
And the one that I'm talking about, he was a Cadillac salesman at the
Right.
Cadillac dealer, and he would get you whatever you wanted, even if it wasn't
That's
a
right.
Cadillac. Because guess what? He got that kickback. They dealership got that kickback. And the owner is not questioning them as long as they making that money. Because that's what it's all about is the money. And if it never comes back, because remember in the text message the Lady T Bug talked about before, where the dealer person was like, man, now my boss is questioning this check them bounce. You need to get back up because they don't care about nothing else. All they care
Hmm.
about is the bounce check. If you come in and you cover it, you just can't write another check here, but you can come here as much as you want to.
That's true. And
So
because I've had dealers who we would just had my ex-husband come in with my ID or something like that.
Yeah.
They didn't question hardly anything. I didn't have to even be there.
I
My
worked
husband.
for. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. That's it. That's it.
I worked for a second chance, and Chan knows credit acceptance. I worked for them, and they so how that loan worked, they were structured where it was like they we mainly finance we only finance used cars, and they would pay the dealer for the car, and then they would get I forgot what the percentage was. They would get a certain like the dealer would mainly get a certain percentage of, like, get the majority percentage of the payments when the customer made the payments. So it's advantageous for the dealer just to get them in, because like a company like Credit Acceptance, they finance anybody. You can come in
Hmm.
with a
Hmm.
copy
hmm
of a with a receipt from the DMV as your ID, And they sometimes they will finance people who did not have a driver's license. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
mean, they do not care. It's like sometimes they will let you drive off the lot without insurance. They do not care, like, because they know that they're gonna this we
Mm-hmm.
got to get this financing. And like the worst I've seen was like a 1998 Honda Civic be financed for $10,000, and and
Oh my
this
god.
was like 2012, and I was just like, I felt so bad. I
Oh
felt so
my
bad for that young
goodness.
man. He just like, what are the engines? It stopped working as soon as I drove off the lot, but he didn't take an extended warranty or anything. And I was just like, he still had to make the car payments. And
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. But I think he does have a personal relationship with these people at Lars. It really he does, because they seem to know him, and they don't really care because they're going to get financed. And if it's a company, I'm not familiar with Westlake financing, but from what my understanding, my research, they're like another credit acceptance. I mean, they're not great. they it's like 28% interest. That says it all.
Mhm.
28 was it 28.49% interest?
With twelve
Yeah, it was
thousand
something
dollars
stupid.
down.
Girl, 12.
And
The truck ain't even worth 12,000. But
Twelve
I'm
thousand.
sorry. Go ahead.
that part. And then at the end of the day, the truck was supposed to be paid off last year. But I seriously doubt that it is, because I feel like he kept getting so far behind and behind. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. You take out a 5-year loan, you miss a couple payments, or you late and this, that, and the other. That's adding interest. So you're
Mm-hmm.
not gonna be done in 4 years regardless, because if you're only taking the monthly payment and then sometimes you missing it, you're falling behind. So that interest is steady building while you falling behind. And if you call them, put that on the end, and they
Yeah,
keep
don't
letting you
do a
put it on the
deferment.
end, oh
Yeah.
my God.
The
I
interest.
heard somebody say that, and I'm like, do you realize what you just said? And they was
Yeah.
like, no, you just extended your interest. That's what you did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't understand, but they still do that here, Vicky. Like, we don't have credit acceptance no more. They closed because I knew people who worked for them here when they were here. But we do have some other ones that move right on in and still did what they
Yeah.
did. Because I see people all the time, like my niece, and I was so upset with her because I'm like, everybody in your family worked for the car places. Why didn't you ask a question? She went and got a car from one of them places. It was 5 years old, 100 and some thousand miles, and you bought it for $20,000.
Ooh.
I
Ooh.
was like, what? How much? I was like, wow. And then I said, you know what? Bring me your paperwork. We got her out of it. I'm not gonna say how, but I was like, this not gonna work. This just
The-
not gonna work.
I've
This
had
ain't gonna work.
I've had to talk to some people, like some parents. They're like, "Do you?" I had one lady basically tell me, "Do you realize that my daughter is special needs, and they let her?" They,
Oh my
I
goodness.
said, "Ma'am, I don't. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know that she's special needs." But she's like, "Yeah, they let her walk up out. They can't. You could look at her and see she's special needs, and they don't laugh."
I'm only laughing because as a parent, I can imagine she was hot. She was hot.
She's like, she thought she was a big girl. I mean, the girl was in her 20s or whatever, but the mom still handled a lot of stuff for her. She told me what her situation was. She's like, you could look at her and see she's special needs, and they let her sign this. I think it was like 33% or something. Uh, and
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, yeah, they gonna sell her. They said she wanted it. She's an adult. She's like, "Hey, this ain't gonna happen. This is not gonna happen." And I checked on that account. Like, she sure enough, that car was returned and that loan was canceled. So it does happen.
Miss E, I am not. I'm ready. I've been missing in this front porch talk. My friends don't understand this. When I go to talk about Nesto and fraud, they be like, "What? Huh?" So I was ready for this. I've been ready, waiting on Lady T Wood to come back for
I
I don't
know.
know how long.
I've been trying not to bug her because she's on mother daughter time. But I'm like, look, hey, I'm itching.
I was just waiting patiently,
I'm starting
but
to do the
I
pookie scratch.
but glorious. I've always said that Shirley was in effect dumb. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I just don't like doing that to women. But in effect, I've always said that she was basically dumb for the D. And that's just it is what it is. But she was dumb at an old age when most people are dumb at a young age and figure it out and they
Yeah.
don't do it no more. She just was dumb at an old age. But I also, like I put in the chat, I feel like what Lady T Bug said earlier, like listening to her over the years when I was listening to them, I felt like they always pressure her and talk bad about her and down on her about not being in a relationship. And
Who
I feel
said
like they
that?
pressured
Yeah.
But
her
yeah.
into kind of accepting this because it looked good. I'm not saying they said it looked good. I'm saying she thought it looked good. And since they was
Hmm.
always pressuring her about it, because she just said it in this call too, like, they're always talking. They're always talking. Yeah, because I could tell that. And
And they're jealous of her. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
and see, he just because they're always talking, he turned that into, girl,
Yeah.
they jealous of you. They
They
want your
jealous of
life.
you. They
But
want you.
and see that's what, because she was being in effect bullied at an old age and really didn't understand that that's what was going on. Because
But
I don't care what nobody say. All along, if like Letitia said about this book and the parts that I could get through, she this is her. This is
Yep.
her all her
but
life. She's been pressured and bullied and she accepts it. And she's, to me it seemed like Shirley not confrontational, because my husband give me pushback like he did on this car here. Oh, you got some
Mhm.
pushback coming too, bro. We might be up in here brawling. Like,
Right.
it's not. I just, she didn't ask no more. Like you've always said it too, Glorious. Like when
Yeah.
he gives pushback or something, she don't further the conversation and go with the question. Cause
Hmm.
my husband, he used to hide stuff. This was a long time ago, and I would tell him like, bruh, you hiding
Hmm.
stuff now. We finna be divorced because you only hide stuff when you trying to do some stuff that ain't right. So if
Right.
you're hiding anything from me, no, our next step is divorce court, because you shouldn't be hiding nothing from me.
But
Because if you're hiding, you're doing something wrong. But see, her, you're taking care of me. You think about
But
me.
I
You
get
care about
insulted. I
me.
got insulted by it. That's why I kind of get, get on, because I see in the comments and I see on other places and stuff like that what everybody was saying, well, Shirley's of a certain generation and you have to understand that that's not true. That is not true. And I think it insults the people of her generation. And to be honest with you, my generation, I'm not far removed from her. I'm not that far removed from her. And and my mother definitely wasn't. And I get insulted by that when you keep saying, well, that the women of her age acted that way. They just were docile, although they knew how to treat their men and they always respected their men and let the men lead. Yes, that's true, but you never dumb down. I mean, that's an insult to me. That's an insult to people like my
You know what
mother.
it
And
is, Glorious? I think what it is that when it comes to people of that generation, they weren't doing that stuff in front of people of a younger generation.
Right.
They
You
were
ain't
still
know.
getting people together. You just
Right.
didn't
yes,
see it.
yes, and
But you
never
know
and
what,
never and never
Letitia? I'm gonna
portrayed
say
themselves as stupid.
the women in my family that were that, like, my mother had a lot of siblings, so it was a lot of women and a few men. And on both sides of my family I got to see a lot of differences in people of that generation. Like my mama early older than Shirley, and that's not how my aunts who were older than my mother were. I had one aunt,
That's
we
right.
used to call her a pimp because it was just like, no, we not doing that. This not going that way. No, it's doing this, it's doing that. So I've never, and my grandmother who would be 100 odd years right now, she was never that way, and she was from down in the deep dirt. She picked cotton. So it's
Hmm.
just about the person, the individual. I don't think it's more of, and see, I don't, if you, unless you know somebody in that age, and like Letitia just said, we didn't know all the business because you take your little
Yeah, they
narrow
didn't tell their
tail back
business.
Right.
upstairs. It's grown people down here talking. I got that
Right.
all the time.
Hmm.
I lived upstairs when my grandma had company, and I used to sit on
Yeah,
the stairs. That's the only way I got to pee
that's
about
it.
Mr. So and so down the block was over there with JoJo, and she was doing this and that. And his wife don't know because she was at the church house and he was blocked the boo boo. And I'm sitting on the
Yeah.
stairs like, ooh, you for real?
Hmm.
Like, oh,
Hmm.
so because we was tell your little tale, you this grown folk business. But these days, people let their kids hear whatever. I still didn't do that with my kids. I told them what I wanted them to hear. And
Same
anything they
thing.
caught
Same.
outside,
Hmm.
sometimes they'll come back and talk to me about it. But for the most part, I tried to keep them abreast on how I wanted them to know about certain situations, because kids still need to be kids. And me and my
Hmm.
husband, they were never in our business like that, because I'm not finna tell you
That's
about
right.
what me and this man got going on and all this
That's
other
right.
stuff, because kids, you don't do that to children. You let
Right.
them love their individual parents how they gonna be, and you're not supposed to be in that. And that's what I learned from my grandmother, who would be about 100 years old right now. And I never give Shirley no age grace, because that's not it, boo boo. I feel like
It's
she was,
not.
this is just her, and she been this way. And at the moment, I just feel in my brain, which is this judgment day, like Lady T Bull say, she done. It's no other thing other than you done, because you relinquished so much to this idiot.
Just willingly.
He sound like a dummy, and you relinquished all this stuff to him. Like, the stuff
Hmm.
that he was doing financially and everything else makes no sense, because if you really think about it, as much money as Shirley had, Nesto could have built some stuff. As much,
That's
even if
it.
he only spent her money for
He was a
2 3 years, he could have built something, because that's $1 million. 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
that's $1 million, over 1 million, and he
Mm-hmm.
didn't do nothing with it. And they have nothing, but she got a truck, a leaky truck in her name. That's about it. And she ain't even got her dang on clothes, because
She doesn't
in
even have
my
a house
mind,
anymore.
And evicted
he
5 times.
moved, he
Yep.
moved and he moved her like a thief in the night, after he went down there and got the bugs from the pond and put them in that house. And Shirley even said over here, if you listen to Lady Tiba call, that I don't know, we just moved. I could have still stayed there. You
Just
should,
called
you know
an
what I'm saying?
exterminator.
Yeah. And she,
Mhm.
and that right there told me she may know some stuff, but she don't know. She don't know what we know. And she probably still don't know what we know if she ain't listened to these calls. She still don't know.
It
Like,
seems
which way
like
did he go? She's
yeah,
like, doop de doop.
Hmm.
it seems like she almost before him, she was doing fine. She may have had, like we talked about the tax issues and stuff, and she had her home or whatever, and she seemed like she was doing okay. Um, Before him, there was no. It doesn't seem like there was a need for him to come in and just relinquish everything. She was just an easy mark. She was ready to just give up, and like listening to all this Steve Kakamami stuff about letting a man be a man and controlling, if the man wants to handle all the finances, you just let him, and you take prisoner, ex-cons, and give him a second chance and all that. She fed into the Steve BS, and
Hey,
it
but
just
that can be okay sometimes too, though, Vicky. I mean, sometimes you can trust your husband enough to do something like that, but you don't have to be stupid. I trusted my last one, but I wasn't stupid. I wasn't stupid.
I wouldn't. She's not. I don't think she's like IQ wise. I don't think she's stupid. I think she's very much naive. Like
Okay,
jumping out. And that's just my opinion.
I
Um,
know.
and I'm because it. I don't think she's stupid. I just think she's willingly being ignorant.
Yeah,
But
Willing.
you,
yeah.
but you know something that I understand what you're saying, Vicky. You know, we ain't gotta agree. But what I'll say to that is, you can just like people are book smart and have no common or street sense. I feel like Shirley is job smart. Like, she know that job. She does
Yes.
it great. But in the relationship realm, she dumb. In her personal
That's what I
life,
was trying to
sounds like
say.
she's dumb. You know, so it's possible to be smart in one area and dumb in another. And I think we all just speaking on the Nesto of it all, which is she dumb. And the
That.
men in the
Well,
relationships, she dumb.
can I play some
Oh,
double
hey,
dutch here and
Bank.
jump in? Hey, everybody. Hey,
Hey.
Eva, glad to have you back. Let me
Hey,
just jump
Bank.
in. Hey, there's a saying that water seeks its level. And Shirley has been doing that in her relationships, whether it's romantic
Hmm.
relationships or female
Hmm.
relationships.
Hmm.
And what she's done is something straight out of high school. We all saw it. She was always that girl who made sure her friends were not going to be prettier than her or not going to have more than
Mm-mm-mm.
her. And so her level is that when she does meet people like a Marjorie or even somebody who may be in that booth with her making comparable or more money, she shrinks. And we're not a monolith because I was thinking because I was listening to you, I was on my way to get a free chicken dinner. I earned enough points at our local little chicken place to get a 10-piece. So anyway,
All
I had
right.
to share it with my mom and
All
try to
right.
drop, do that. But the point is, I was listening. I'm like, you know what? My brother, God rest his soul, he's the same. He would have been the same age as Nesto. And Shirley, I've known some, of course, I know women in that age bracket. I got aunts in that age brackets, whatever. We're not a monolith. And they are who they are because the way Nesto talked, you would think that he was a 90-year-old man with all this misogynistic talk about being safe and
Mm-hmm.
a man and all. My
Right.
Thank.
Uh-oh.
Thank
child,
I
you.
think we
I
lost
didn't know
you.
if it was me or not. I'm like, wait a minute now. Come on, don't
what?
start.
What now?
Okay, you
You
went
had
out,
went
Lance,
out.
when you
Oh, did
saying
I? Oh,
something
I'm
about him
sorry.
being 90.
You
About
know,
being
yeah,
90.
okay. Yeah, the way he talks with this old vernacular, this old school vernacular, and I don't want to just say it's a Southern thing, but I think it's an overcompensation for him to try to make people feel less than by, diminishing a woman. And so, and then Shirley, like, I agree with all what you ladies were saying about Shirley. I think it's just who she is because throughout history, throughout time, we would not have had a Harriet Tubman if it was just about the
Thank
time.
you.
If it
Mm-hmm.
was just about the time, my grandmother would not have got a divorce in 1960 as a black woman. You know what I mean? If it was just
Mhm.
about that, I think it's character traits. I think they were a perfect storm. They saw each other's level. Nesto lived in a fantasy world that people let him live in, and Shirley lived in a fantasy world that people let her live in, and
Yeah.
they both ripped the
Hmm.
mask off of each other. And the last thing I'll say, and to take a
That's
breath.
good.
The last thing I want to say is that it's so funny. We were talking about what Vicky said about the special needs child buying a car. I just watched a TikTok. This man was 105 years old. He went out and bought him a Dodge Ram, brand new. His grandkids, the kids came over like, "Daddy, what you doing?" He's like, "Spending my money. At least I can die happy with what I want."
He said, "I'm taking it
Yeah,
all with me."
he said he did not care. And I learned too back I hit a rough patch during the time when I left law enforcement and went down to see about my niece. I had to file bankruptcy and I had to bite the bullet and go and try to rebuild my credit and dealing with these reputable disreputable car lots. And what I learned very quickly is they're not selling cars, they're selling credit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and
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 they
that
didn't have no
is
good credit. That's why they was over
right.
there.
Exactly. So it is not even about the car. If they can get that car road, street legal, and then I worked for the BMV eventually. And most of our stuff, Shannon, it wasn't even about the financing. We were dealing with VIN numbers and all the other kind of stuff. We didn't care about that money part. That's between the bank and the person who signed on that contract. So this is messy, but I'm so glad to have you back because I don't know if we ever going to get to it tonight. But these motions that they were flying back and forth, I was
Nope.
kind
I
of
had to,
hoping,
I gotta set it up. I gotta
yeah.
set it up.
I'm just hoping. I'll just say this. I was kind of hoping that the judge would drop something on a Friday night, but of course not.
No, ma'am. Judges don't operate like that. He gonna talk in court. I promise you, he not gonna put nothing in there until it's said in open court. I promise you,
So you
unless
think it's gonna
for
happen on the 30th?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna have to
Yes.
if
Okay.
if that's the final plea. I think he. That's why I remember Lady T Bug said before he wanted everything wrapped up by April so he can make all his because judges don't have a time frame when
Right.
they have to respond to you. There's a time frame when they put one on you, like he put on them, like you need to be responding. But I'm just gonna wait on Lady T Bug for that because I'm gonna have to go in my
Yeah.
bag on that one.
Oh
But
yeah.
I'm just in awe with Shirley today, her dumbness. I just can't get over it. I just can't get beyond it because you speak so highly on this man, kids and these people when every time you talk about my baby Sheridan, you just like
She
and to
shits on
find
her.
Yeah.
and come to find out Sheridan is a good girl. She's doing what she's
Right.
supposed to do. So what? She had babies at a young age. She not the first, won't be the last. She
Yep.
taking care of them. She got a job. She take them to church. Come on now, Shirley. What more you want from this baby?
Now
Like
listen.
she's doing stuff you didn't do. You didn't freaking raise her. Like, come on now. Like,
I,
it's really like. And another thing that really takes me off is, oh, Dion, he's such a good game. Whatever. But
he's so
Sheridan,
smart.
her
Hey,
support
let,
system is not even her mammy. You know what I'm
let,
saying?
let me
That's
just
what
tell
really
you.
pisses me off. But Shirley, oh, he's such a good guy. I'll
Listen.
call Dion. Dion took me and they cleaned the car. It took over an hour. Yeah, because if that was me or if that was my husband, even with dealing with my mother, he would have taken the car, the big clunk, and
Yeah.
drove it because he wouldn't
Right.
have wanted her old ass
Driving that
To
car.
drive it.
driving around
Bad
in
Right.
that
tires.
clunk. Thank you.
Hey,
Bold
listen,
tires.
there's not,
And
there's
in
not,
and in Atlanta, they don't have the kind of roads we have up here, Bank. They got them slippery roads down there because they not made for snow and ice.
right.
And he would have never let my mama or his or nobody else mama drive around in that if he could have switched cars out with them. Shirley's excuse, oh, I don't like driving other people's car. Girl,
I like
shut
to
up.
ride in the back
That was a
seat.
lot of car. That truck, that's a diesel big. Listen, let me just say this too. Every last one of us, whether we are parents or we've been married, we're just women. I don't know a one woman that I've dealt with in my life that did not ask a man a question she didn't already know the answer to.
Hello?
Boom.
I also want to say this. It totally slipped my mind
Hmm.
that she gave Sheridan up at 2 months old.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, and was still with
I,
her daddy.
Yes.
yeah, that part, I think I glazed over it, but I didn't
Oh
realize
no.
Sheridan was that young. Like, not
I
even,
kept telling you, y'all, but y'all didn't want to listen to me.
girl,
Hello?
I'm
Listen to
sorry.
me.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like it really changed my affect for her because it's kind of like, well, damn, you didn't even get to bond with your baby. That's like the time when you
I ain't
really,
had no
really,
babies, and I
When you
bond with all the infants that
breastfeed.
come through I can imagine. You
But
know,
Hmm.
just
Shirley said she was better than mothers that lived in the
maybe it was
household with their
postpartum.
kids.
Maybe she was suffering from postpartum.
That
I don't
could be
know.
true,
Yeah.
as
but why
well.
you, okay, I don't hear any talk about, okay, I was postpartum, so I went,
Shirley,
girl.
She
seriously.
must have had postpartum until Sheridan was 14 because that's how long she stayed with her grandmother.
It was the extended version. You know, she's not regular people.
Child.
Listen,
She not regular.
that part like really when I went back and listened again to that, I'm like, wait a minute, bitch, you gave up your
Mhm.
baby at 2 months old. Now my god baby and other babies that have come through my life, and when I've like had to watch them, i'm I'm glued to them at from 1 month, 2 months, 2 weeks old. You can't,
Yeah.
I
Ooh,
won't put them, I
Shirley
know.
said she gave her to her mom, like it's
The one
No,
different.
who
You
didn't
just
like
left
her. The
her.
lady who didn't like
Right.
her.
that's like that's on some crackhead shit. That's on some like, okay,
Yeah.
CPS then
Yeah.
came and took your baby. Like that tip. I'm sorry, it just is like that's some crackhead stuff. Most, if you went through that high risk pregnancy, that geriatric pregnancy at 40 something years old, you realize you didn't want to be a mama.
But let me
Like,
say this though. The grand Shirley's mother was the best place for Sheridan because heaven forbid
I know.
if she actually raised that child, all the stuff Sheridan would have gone through. She would have
Yeah.
gone through hell dealing with that lady. Being
no.
exposed to whoever she had
Yeah.
around her, anything could have
Yeah.
happened to her.
That's
So
true.
being her with her grandmother was the best thing for her.
It gave her that
Yeah,
eye
and
that she could smell that snake slithering through her house. I was listening to a call and I was trying to figure out the truck tying in this one of the early calls. And she's going in about, doing all this stuff for Sheridan and then seeing Sheridan, spending money and showing off on Instagram. She switched it up because Nesto, of course, was going down the road, but then she switched it up ever so slightly to say, well, it's not safe for her to show everything that she
The
had.
$400 purse, and that's when
Yeah.
I knew something was up because I'm like, she only talks about paying Sheridan's rent. We
Right.
clearly
Mhm.
know if anybody have their own household, rent or mortgage is just one bill. We never talk about anything else. So I'm like, Sheridan has to have something else going on or help from somewhere else.
because she got a car, and she got to pay the lights, gas, water bill, all that stuff, or
Daycare.
whatever.
I
Right,
And she
and
mean,
that's
did
why I
that
yeah.
because she
said,
was unemployed, so she was working.
She
Yeah,
she
she
told
does.
Sh- she told Shirley, she said, I'm doing what I have to do. I have a job. Like, she doesn't go into too much, didn't go into too much detail with Nesto, but she made sure she told him the bad stuff and not like any of the good thing. Like, yes, she's holding down a job. She's doing this. She's working, I don't know, like,
I
customer
prefer to help
service.
somebody who's working.
Right. Like, okay, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna pay your rent for the next 6 months or so you can so you can save up. But I need to see, like, okay, I need you to see you planning or something so you can rebuild your credit. No, she told Nesto the bad stuff. Like, and then you're mad because Sheridan, both of her fucking parents neither one of them came to her aid when her child had surgeries. And then y'all want to band together against me when neither one of y'all raised me. But the person who raised me is no longer here, and I'm sure that that fucks with her. Like Sheridan said, is like my granny ain't here, and and Shirley probably is jealous of that relationship too. She's weird. Like, I feel bad for her in a sense, like, because she really did relinquish all of her control to Nesto. But then, like, when it comes to her daughter, that's where I'm like, no, like, you
But
don't.
Vicky, do you also realize in this call where she said Sheridan's dad had a stroke? In my mind, I was like, now I see why Sheridan didn't want this nigga around, because he wanted to come stay with Sheridan so Sheridan could nurse him because he didn't had a stroke or whatever. So he's
No,
probably not getting around. But ain't no way I'm finna
you ain't
come
coming
take
back. No,
care of you.
hell no.
And boy, you ain't even met my kids, and ain't one of her kids got it. I know was at least 5 at the time. So come
Right.
on now,
No,
like
you can't come
what?
over here. I'm sorry about your health issues, Mister
I'll pray for you.
Mr. Strawberry. Because I call him Mr. Strawberry just to be petty. Sorry about your health issues, Mr. Strawberry. But these two, Sharon and me, we're chilling, and I don't care what y'all want to talk about. Whatever man I got over here is whatever man I got up over
And
here.
why
So
doesn't
Exactly.
Shirley
And
know?
I think they was just saying that to make themselves look
What
better. You know what
my
I'm
question
saying?
is, why doesn't Shirley even know what Sheridan's issues with her dad is? Just because you have okayed or you made peace with your relationship, why have I was expecting to hear like, well, she's not, he really wasn't there around for her when she really was reaching out to him. He wasn't. No, it was just like she was, just because Shirley was over it, Sheridan should be over it.
And
And
as
I just
someone who had issues with a parent of their own, why can't you see it from Sheridan's
right,
perspective?
right.
She said Sheridan wasn't holding him accountable.
hmm.
She
And
wasn't holding
the kid, yeah.
she
Right.
wasn't holding the
Shirley
baby
said
daddies
Sheridan wasn't
accountable.
her
And her father. She
and her
said, and her
daddy.
father. Yeah, she said, and her
Yeah.
father. Everything's on me.
Well, maybe okay. First of all, she doesn't have a relationship with her dad, so it's kind of sometimes it's kind of like I don't know that nigga. So I'm, but mommy, who gave me up at 2 months old, he didn't want me to begin with, but you, mommy, you kept me around. So I'm holding you accountable because it's your mommy. You carried me for 9 months. I mean, I'm sorry. I know, I know that it's a double standard, but your
Yeah.
mommy. I'm unfortunately that's just kind of the double standard that we hold as women. You chose to have me, and so like I'm holding you accountable more because I have been around you. I don't know him. So what am I supposed to do? Call and cuss him out every night? No, I'm
And
gonna
then
call.
he went on to have more kids. So,
And
Right,
I
remarrying
don't
all
even
that.
know
So
that
that
man.
really will piss me off as a
Hmm.
child.
And I don't
Hmm.
even know that man. Why am I
right.
supposed
I
to
don't I
do
don't
so? I
know
don't even
him.
know this
I don't
man.
know him. I like, okay, it's cool. That's your baby daddy and whatnot, but that's not my daddy. I don't
Hmm.
have a daddy as far as I'm concerned. You tried to bring this bum in here trying to pretend to be my daddy. Like, girl, mm-mm.
Hey, I got a question, and I was driving, so I may have missed this, but I had even put it in the chat. So I know you brilliant ladies can clarify for me. I always wonder, like, why is Dominique on this insurance policy? So was it because she had the other cars in her
Sound like the
name?
Jeep.
She's
Sound
the
like the Jeep might have been
goddaughter.
the,
She's the
and the
goddaughter.
and the Jeep
No,
might
no,
have been
I thought like the
hers.
security vehicles that she was paying insurance on. That's like were they
No.
okay.
I think when she remember they said something about a Jeep. It's only a few cars you can call a Jeep. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So if they were actually talking about a Jeep, it might have been Dominique's, because remember she was paying Dominique's insurance.
But remember when he said they got rid of the other car? They took the other car, so I don't know
Yeah,
nothing
it was
about where
more
they
than one
at.
car. They was talking about more than one car. Yeah.
So I thought,
Mhm.
no, I thought that he was talking about his security vehicles.
He
That's
cut
No,
that's
he
her
not
said
off.
all the cars.
Yeah, he
She
cut
was
her off before she can
and I was
give
so
us the
okay.
mad.
rundown.
Cause
Okay.
she was about to start the list, baby. She was about to read
Exactly.
the list, and he like that. Cause I promise you, it's something on that list that they don't have, and she was about to list it, and I promise you, she was about to list something. Cause in my mind, as an investigator, the only
Hmm.
reason why you stopped her is because you didn't want her to read the full list, and the full
Right.
Hmm.
list would have uncovered something else. Cause first
Right.
of all, she said Jeep. She said Jeep,
Mhm.
a G wagon, not a Jeep. None of
And
them cars
also,
Nesto had were
well,
Jeeps. So
well,
where's this Jeep at?
when his assistant starts talking, somebody should just kind of throw that Easter egg at her. She'll run her mouth and tell
Well, she al-
Cynthia.
because she
she
knows
always cuts him
everything.
off.
She knows everything, so she knew everything about everything. I'm like, okay, so what cars were insured? Just throw it out there. She run her mouth.
Well, here's the thing. Nesto has been very close to like really confessing, and Cynthia has always cut him off like very quickly, because she's crazy too, but she cuts him off because she's crazy,
Right, not intentional.
not intentionally. She's just crazy. She starts
Yeah, she
talking
just won't let
about,
him talk.
yeah, she
Yeah.
talks about World War 17, and she'll bring that up, and he'll just change subject. He'd be like, okay, all right, well, thank you for saving me from myself. But if she would have just let him talk like a year ago, he really would have told it all. He would have had he would have had several of his
Well,
infamous Sylvia rants.
well, a lot is explained by the fact that they haven't talked as to why she looks so frazzled. Can you imagine what her days are like with no calls or texts from Nesto?
Girl, she's going crazy.
Yeah.
She,
Seeing
because you
withdrawals.
you see how she's texting him, and he's just not responding.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, she's like literally texting basically like the man, and she's texting AI at this point. She's got an AI boyfriend.
Why is this? Why is there no response? Maybe I missed that part.
He took a 20, so the newest text messages, he took a 21-day fast before his court date.
No,
Okay, wait a
Sean
minute.
told him
Hold
to
up, hold
shut
up,
the
hold up.
fuck up.
Baby.
That's what he did.
Did he say that? Did he say that?
He
Did
told
he
her he
say
wasn't
that?
going to be talking to her until after he'll talk to her on the 30th.
Wait a minute, hold them up, hold them up,
That's
hold
what
them
I'm
up,
like. Wait
hold
a
them
minute,
up.
hold up.
Yeah, hold them up, goddamn it.
I said what I said.
This
What?
ninja, he
Oh, I
really
got
think
somebody else.
he making a real good deal with the Lord, don't he?
Inshallah.
With the
Assalamu
devil.
alaikum.
It's with the
Assalamu
devil.
alaikum, baby. Boo boo, this is not gonna work. I don't care if your ass take a 365-day fast.
You,
The bad deeds are done. Nothing is gonna help you, buckwheat. And what I tell y'all about Shirley, I'm so glad all of y'all coming around to see it
There
my
you
way
go.
now. Yeah, here you go, here you go. I had told y'all so. I
I
had
still don't
told
agree with you.
I
She
said
just
the
dumb.
same thing.
She don't
y'all
know. She just dumb. I just think she dumb. I don't agree with you, friend.
yes, I'm in the building, Miss E. Yes,
Oh,
you do,
wait a minute.
Shan. You're gonna agree with me.
Maybe
You
I
just
don't
keep
agree
on.
either. What?
You just keep on. You keep on and wait till this damn court date comes. You're gonna start agreeing. You're gonna be like, friend, I'm so sorry. I did know. You're
What's
gonna
your
be like,
stance? What's your stance? Maybe I'll know if I agree
yeah,
or not. What's your stance?
I
She
told,
benefited. She the only one benefited. Is that what she talking about, Sharon?
yeah, she the
Yeah,
G.
and she went
She the,
down there and was talking to them people early on. She
yeah,
Yeah.
was
she
talking
was,
to people
yeah,
early on.
and
She benefited from the ill-begotten gains, and she
there
was
you
in
go.
on
Okay.
it. She was
All of
in
that.
on
Yeah,
it.
he'll be got it. Yes,
She
yes.
was
All of
in the
that,
know.
all of that,
She was
all
in the
the
she
ill
hot
know.
begotten
stepping in
game.
her Louboutin.
All the ill begotten game. She the OG in this shit. She the only one ain't gonna get no record. She enjoyed all the fruits from the labor. And she
And she
skating
got a
out
raise.
and she riding out on that white horse like Beyonce.
Ride the white horse.
There you go, baby. She riding that white horse. And yes, sir, and no, sir. What you need, sir? What you need me to tell you, sir? Yeah, she gonna be in court singing like a damn jaybird. And
Mm.
I don't blame her. I would too. I play dumb as a doorknob like her. I had the best
Yep.
poker face. And I act like I don't know shit from Shinola. I be just like her.
I put some Vicks underneath my eyes and make myself cry.
You ain't
But
gotta do
this
that.
was
It's
early
our
on before she realized anybody or anything where he was giving her instructions, though. Like, because that's the thing where I personally from the beginning where he was given the instructions on how to do everything till I get out. But I'll be out of here. I got a cold date. I'm coming up. Just do this for now. Let all that shit go. Cause I gotta get out of here. Hey, he sound like I turn on the
I
oh
gotta
Sue
pay the
Becker.
band. I
I
Shir-
gotta
gotta
pay the
pay the bill. I gotta
girls.
pay the
Shirley let
girl.
him play himself.
and
Shirley
what's
let
love?
him play
And
himself.
what's love got to do with it? And blah blah this and blah
Hmm
blah
I
that.
got, I
Yeah.
got some I got some jewels. I got some cars.
That's all I got.
Okay,
That's all I got.
hold
I ain't
on.
got
We
hmm
got
nothing else. That's
some.
all I got. Now
Uh,
get
I just
on.
want
That's
my
all I
name.
got.
Well, I just want my name. My name.
I just
Hold on, ladies. We got two. We got two waiting, y'all. Y'all really
Oh,
sweet.
Do I need to drop
Yes,
down?
the
Denise is
porch is
blessing me
full.
with her voice today. Come on, sis. She got us on mute. And GNA, you up next.
Hey,
Oh,
Jenny.
she on mute. Go ahead, lady.
Hey, hey. Oh, this Linda. Hey, y'all. My first name is Linda. Just so y'all know,
Okay.
Linda Janice. Hi,
All
Hmm
right, Linda.
everybody.
Hey
So when you
Listen,
Linda.
just
Linda.
said,
Listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda.
Yeah, listen,
so
Linda.
Lady
Are
T,
you agreeing with me? Or you
Oh,
or was
Lord.
is it him or is it me, baby? I need to
I don't
know.
wait a minute. Don't sound like I have a choice. I'm what I said. What I said. Whatever she said, I'm with
You
it.
down with it.
That's what I'm
That's it.
talking about,
Period.
sis. Go ahead now. Go ahead and talk your shit now. I'm with that.
Well, first of all, I want to say hey to everybody. And I heard Shan going off.
Hey.
Boy, she was like she was about to bust. When she got up here, she got to get this stuff out. Like, yeah,
They
and I
say
think
they've
that's
been holding it in. They've been waiting on me to come back.
yeah. What happened? You went MIA,
I
but
told you I want to see my daughter.
you didn't tell us
Yeah.
for that long. You next time
I
just come and give
know.
us
I
a day.
know.
A time. So we ain't.
Yeah, yeah, my bad, my bad.
I think today was the first time I heard Shan speechless. She kept saying, "I'm like,
And
I'm
was
like,
like,
I'm."
I
But I wanted to say a couple of things. I think that when I was listening to the one lady that was talking about, it's an insult about women being like that. I totally
That's
understand that. But
me.
when it comes from different demographics and time
Mhm,
frame, there are a lot of women in that era, especially down from the South, like where I'm from. That
Mhm.
is what they do. My mother was from Detroit. Now she was more rebellious type, but when she came down to Missouri, it was a fact that you was going to submit. That's just what it
mhm,
was. You were going to submit. You don't ask questions. And to be honest, a lot of my family women, they are still like that. They do not
Well,
ask
my
questions.
my
They
mom
don't
is a
question
Southern girl
them.
too.
Yeah,
My mother, grandma from the South too. They,
yeah.
Flag
So
on
they
the
don't.
play. Flag on the play. Hold them up.
from
Hold them up.
Alabama, and no, they from the South
No, no.
South.
I
yeah.
understand that, but this heifer is from Chicago. I
Yeah, no,
digress.
I'm
No,
just, yes,
I
ma'am, I
digress.
understand. I was just making a point that there are
I
some
get it.
women that are like that. Now, like not
mhm,
everybody, but it's just from different regions wherever you're from. So, it's different, around the world. But anyway, I asked a question about Shirley, and I didn't see what Lady T Buck had said because I am when I look at things, when I look at pictures, now I have to kind of look at a picture and I discern what spirit I'm looking at. And Shirley, Lady T Bug, you was telling me about Shirley and her mom. What were you saying?
oh, Latita can also and Shan, all three of us read it to the end. But them other heifers, Vic to the veil, and
Oh,
I said what I said. I have it on Audible. I have it on Audible, so they Shirley was reading. So they said, we
Oh
can't do
my God.
Shirley
I
voice.
fell asleep twice. Make
It
me
was
long
dry
more
as
than that.
saltines.
Right. I just couldn't take it. I'm sorry. So I will be healthy in this instance. I really will be.
But
uh,
from my take on it, I didn't even feel like Shirley's mom had a problem with Shirley. I feel like Shirley had a problem with her mama.
I
Right.
Listening
agree.
to
I
that, it was
agree.
like
Yep.
Shirley, mom wasn't the problem. Shirley was the problem, and Shirley still is the problem because usually as you get older, you like, oh, okay, I see where I was wrong in that, and she was just being a parent and blah blah blah. Shirley was the problem, just like Shirley, and in my mind it gives me more perspective on how she treats Sheridan. She treats Sheridan in the same lens that she was treating her mother. It's Sheridan's fault. It's not Shirley's fault. but Sheridan feels a way about you, but you never tried to see why she feels that way. Because even though she feels that way, maybe she don't in your mind got a reason to feel that way, but ask her why so you know
Right.
why she feels that way. But Shirley never mentioned that her and Sheridan has had a heart to heart. And that would have been great to hear in her book that her and Sheridan had a heart to heart, and this is what Sheridan said, or she understand or don't understand. But Shirley is the problem, because if you thought from the beginning, Shirley wanted to be fly, get her hair done, clothes done, and that's
Mm-hmm.
been her from the get, and that's how she is now. And even though it's not it ain't like Shirley not fly to me. Shirley is fly for an old lady, but Shirley is not
Mm.
fly for me. And
Yeah.
I'll say, because to me, I know some older jazzy ladies like. And I'm like, okay, step out there, sis. And Shirley is not the older jazzy lady to me, because she's my elder and she's not older and jazzy. Like, I feel like Glorious and Real giving me jazzy, because I've been
Oh,
hearing them
okay.
talk.
Look at you.
I
Okay.
feel like y'all giving me jazzy. Y'all know how to step out there for real. The way y'all talk. Shirley is not even looking at her. Sometimes the stuff I'm like, who the hell dressed you? Like that award
A
ceremony. Grandma,
little
what
bit
you
too
got
young.
on?
Yeah.
Like,
She
you
looked
went
like
too
Edward
far.
Scissorhand to me with that
Did
black
Ooh.
she?
outfit
Like,
on.
you went
Ooh.
too far. Like, you could have
Yeah.
put you some little fur on your shirt and the little leather pants and your little kitten heels that you had on and been okay, but you had to take it there, like that
Yeah.
weird stuff. And that don't look good on you, because you're supposed to be sophisticated. You're supposed to be this
Mhm.
voice, and
Shan,
you don't
I,
support
Shan,
can
that.
can I
I
just?
got my church finger up, and
Me too. I'm gonna put my church finger up too, 'cause I gotta defend
real
myself just a
say
little
go
bit.
ahead and add her in there, Shan, cause she say like her too. So please add real in that scenario.
Okay.
As
I'm
far as
oh
being
Yeah.
real.
fly, yeah, she said she
Okay.
want to be included in that also.
I
But
I
think
got.
Real and Glorious are
Well,
jazzy, and
uh,
they can step out there on the ninja. I feel like they
well,
can
thank
step out
you.
there and put it together. Like
Thank.
Shirley looked like somebody little teenager. Come on now.
Yeah, she
yeah,
is. She
but
does dress a
some
little
of that she
young,
surely
but
be
yeah,
wearing ain't all of that. Some of that stuff she be
yeah.
wearing ain't all of that. But she is
I
fly for her
yeah.
age. On
I
some
got.
instances.
I gotta just defend one thing. I'm sorry, it's eating me up. So let me just defend about the older people. That's it. That's one thing. In the southern bells and the way they knew how to do it. Like my mother would always preach that my father's the head of the household, but I'm the neck. I'm he he led in everything, but my mother was not a wilting flower. She knew how to make her man know that he's the head, but she ain't no fool.
Mm-hmm.
And never
Gotcha.
disrespected him, never talked back to him, never,
Right,
never argued or
right,
anything like that. But she was not dumb, and neither was my grandmother or my aunts and nothing like that. They knew how to treat their men, let their men
right,
be the head of the household, but they always warranted respect
right.
and honor. And that's what I meant of that generation. And I get insulted sometimes when I hear people say, "Oh, that generation just put up with it." Yeah, they put up with a lot, but they weren't dumb. They weren't.
But
These women
also,
were smart.
but there's also some good men out there. My dad was one of them,
Well,
in my
true.
opinion.
That's
So,
true too.
let me just tell you one thing I accepted. I knew early on, and I was okay with it. That nobody came before my mama.
That's it. That's
I'm
it right
serious. My
there.
daddy did not even put us before my mama. If mama wasn't happy, he was team mama.
Yeah. Nobody happy.
Right.
You're right.
So
Well,
You're right.
if she said we did something, we couldn't go plead our case with him.
right.
Mm-mm.
What did she say? Well, she said, "Well, okay." I'm like,
Well, let
oh,
me piggyback off what Shan said too. The one thing that Shirley do act old school about, and that's about being wrong. And
mhm,
a lot of older women and just older school people, they can't admit that they wrong. They can't admit that they
Mm-hmm.
made a mistake. And
mhm,
in my opinion, that's the way she
That's true.
operates. Even though she knows she done some things wrong with her daughter, she still can't admit that. And she would never admit that. It's do as I do. I mean, do as I say and not as I do. Because how can
Mm-hmm.
you ostracize your daughter who's been taking care of their child from day one, and you gave yours to your mama
mm.
on day two?
Whew.
See, yeah,
Okay, well, one second. Lady Janice, are you done? Because GNA been waiting patiently. And
oh, I'm
did you
sorry.
get all your questions answered about Shirley in the book?
Just wanted
Uh-oh.
Kind of
I
going out.
Wanda?
wanted Yeah, I just wanted to say, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say this real quick. So when I look at Shirley's mom and I look at her in her younger years, and this is just what I see, the woman she was mean to Shirley. I hands down, it you she made Shirley made. I wrote a book. I have a book out, but you only thing you're gonna read in my book is what I put in the book. That's it. You're not gonna hear about things that I didn't want to really go into depth about. Because a person don't just wake up the way that Shirley is. A woman, especially that is a
Mm-hmm.
woman by nature, to mother her child, that is something that is instilled in a woman to nurture her child. You carry that baby up under your heartbeat. So
That's
you are
right.
by
That's
nature.
right.
So you supposed to, if you come out and there's an emotional detachment between the mother and child, something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Something has happened.
So
The,
here's what Shirley did say about her mother. She said that after her father was unalived, her mother shut down.
See, yeah,
Mhm.
I could believe that. And
Now,
then
I
her
don't
dad.
know. She didn't say how long it was because eventually
Mhm,
she gets to the point where she's talking about how her mom would bring her presents
Gifts.
every time
Mm-hmm.
she
mhm,
came home.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But for
And
some time, her mother shut down because this
mhm,
was a woman. I don't believe she worked when her father passed away. So now
Mm-hmm.
she had to figure out
Yeah,
how
she
to
said
take
she
care
worked
of
a
this
lot.
family.
and then you have to also look at the years that happen because the younger years of a child, especially like the up until maybe about around the 11 or 12, those are crucial years that you have to instill that love in that child during that time frame because that is what's going to shape them and mold them when they become an adult. And then I wanted to say this, and then I'm done. So when you look at Shirley and Sheridan, it's not by happenstance that Shirley does not treat Sheridan like a daughter. That's not a daughter's love. So when we say, "Oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
Shirley don't do this for Sheridan," there was no mother-daughter time or attachment that took
Mm-hmm.
place on the level that we know a
Right.
mother and daughter attachment should be. So we
I
looking
agree.
at Shirley to love her daughter the way we would love our children, right? That's not going. That's she love her, but she's loving her the best that she can, the best that she understands. Since how there was no mother daughter relationship, emotional attachment that developed and matured over the years, it wasn't there. So it's kind of like that. The important part was gone, and so we're picking up just like Nesto and Dion, just like
Mm-hmm.
Nesto and Dion.
But in both
Just
instances, it was their choice. It was
yeah,
the
yeah,
choice of the children. It was Shirley's choice
a
and
hundred
Nesto's
percent,
choice.
a hundred
And
percent.
I'll
So
and
it
I'll
wasn't.
say that and I'll say that I did not have that relationship with my mom. I've said it up here several times. That's why I can kind of attest to this because my relationship with my children is very different than my relationship with my mother. And
Mhm,
it's that way because of my relationship with my mother. I didn't want my children to have to figure it out on their own. And we didn't have any trauma to the point to where my mom shut down because she lost somebody or nothing like that.
mhm,
My mom is not a nurturer. My
mhm,
mom was never the type of parent that I am.
mhm.
I,
Wait, hold on.
as an a-
Somebody echoing. Yeah, somebody, yeah, we need to go on mute because somebody echoing.
And I just want to say, I don't agree with the thought. I'm a social science major. I've taken psychology classes. I've dealt with people. I've dealt with all types of people from the prison to the pulpit. And I don't believe that just because you didn't get this, you're gonna turn out that way. It's still pretty much a personality, personal choice. And it's a internal thing. Like nurturing is you have to go back to the nature versus nurture, which I always talk about up here. And nobody taught me how to be a parent to my kids because the parent that I am to my children, I didn't see it in my family, period, in my entire family. So there's this thing where we all say because of this is why you are that, and that can be true to a certain extent, but we are of the age of where breaking the cycle has become a thing
Mm-hmm.
where you don't have to, because I believe in therapy. My grandma, my mom and them didn't. I believe in a lot of different things. I believe in giving a child a choice to a certain extent, because you're gonna have a choice out of my choosing for you. I'm not gonna force you into things, but I'm gonna give you some hey, this is my how it is, and we're gonna, and in my opinion, as listening to the book in Shirley's voice, I feel like Shirley, her mom may not have did everything correctly, but Shirley felt a way about her mom that she never discussed or dealt with her mom. I've discussed it with
Mhm.
my mom, and my
Mhm.
mom gives me pushback on my feelings and how I saw things when, okay, we both were there. And it just so happens I got folk to back me up because my siblings agree with me and they saw what I saw too. We all just dealt with it differently. That's why I say I'm not I'm not really even mad with Shirley. I just feel like Shirley is dumb. And I feel like that if you felt like your mom didn't like you, why would you give her your child? Because there's no way on God's green earth somebody don't like me. I don't even like my kids being around people that don't like me. Okay? Because I dealt with some people who was around people's kids who didn't like them, and them kids didn't make it out them situations. So that right there for me was kind of like a, your mom didn't like you. She was very mean to you, but yet and still you sent your baby there. Baby, not a child that's baby. Wasn't even
And
walking
Shan,
yet.
I don't think we can definitively say, be like you said, because of this is how I am. I think that there does come in a place where you have to take accountability for your growth, your maturity. And if you say that you are in this relationship with God the way that you say that you are,
Mm-hmm.
He's
Mm-hmm.
going to show you and teach you how to be that nurturer. He's going to humble you to be able to talk to your daughter and let her know I messed up. He's going to show you the steps that you
I
need to
agree.
take to make it right with your child. And let me just say, and I'm done, thank God that Sheridan has a mind of her own, that she was
Yes.
able to think to go down there and turn Nesto in and for what he is and who he is, because Shirley would have raised her, it probably would have been damaged. But we have to understand that God knows best. God
Yep.
knows best when it comes to different things in our children. We don't understand a whole lot of things, and some things we're never going to understand. But we know that God knows best. So it probably may not have worked out for Sheridan's best interest if she would have been raised by her mom. That's all I have to say. Thank you all for having me up.
Thank you, Linda. Don't be a
Come back,
stranger.
Linda.
Amen and I
Listen, Linda.
say.
I
Listen, Linda,
won't.
come back.
So this
Listen,
is
Linda.
lady, is this Lady Janice?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, girl. I didn't know it was you because you kind of threw me off with the name, but go okay.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Linda Janice, actually. So when y'all be saying, "Hey, Linda," I be on mute talking about, "Hey."
Yeah, because it's a Linda in the
It
chat
is.
too, so that's why I was kind of confused. But also, and I know G and A up here and want to speak, but G and A, let me just
She
say this
dropped
one thing.
down. She dropped down because y'all was
Oh,
being
It's like
rude to
it's
her.
too much.
oh,
Oh.
come on back, G and A. We're gonna let you talk. But I just got this one question.
Uh-huh.
I'm kind of confused because you guys are saying that Shirley Mama wasn't mean to her, or she
Yes,
was
that's
mean to
what we're
her.
saying. Me, Latita, and Shan. That's what we're
And
saying.
I'm saying spiritually, when I look at the pictures, that woman was mean. She was mean. But her
And
dad looked
I
like he has the nicest spirit. He looked like he was okay. I don't know anything about him. I didn't read the book. I
oh,
don't know.
So her
I
dad
But
is
think
in
Shirley,
the
I think
street.
I think with Shirley, anybody that do not hold her on a pedestal, if
Mhm.
they try to correct
Exactly.
her, that
Mhm.
the way we hear her talk about her friends and family members,
Yep.
you are against her. She adopted that very early on. And
Yep.
that's
Hmm.
why she was very close with her uncle because he
Yeah. He
doted
could
on
have.
her. He
I
Yeah.
have
bragged
a.
on
He
her.
I have a
praised
And
her
part
all the
two.
mhm.
time.
I have a
But
part two about what you're talking about, Lady Two, but I'm gonna drop down. So what's her name?
Yeah,
GA.
she
What's the
says she's
alphabet?
still here. She says she in the
I don't
background.
see
Okay.
her.
What she
All
said?
right. I'll come back up at a later time to discuss that
No,
part of
she's
it
not
because
up
yes.
here. Let me drop the link
no,
for
go
her
ahead.
again. Oh, there she is. Go ahead, Linda, and then
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
bring her. Bring her.
Okay, so when it comes to that, so as a kid, this is what happens when you are in a place where you are dealing with rejection or you're dealing with whatever from your parents, or if you feel like your parents don't love you, you're dealing with a person's perspective is their reality, right? So when you are in that place and you start going to fantasy land, delusional land, like, okay, I saw this and I want to be this type of person when I grow up. I always want you develop your own life in your mind of
Mm-hmm.
how you want to be in a fantasy where I'm rich and I'm famous and people know who I am and I got to do this. So then you start to actually become that in the physical. The Bible says, so a man thinketh, continually to thinketh, so is he. This is what she became because that is her go-to when she was coming up as a child. This is the reason why. Okay, that's kind of like where I'm trying to stand
Delusions
down
of
on that.
grandeur. She has
I'm trying,
delusions of grandeur.
yeah, I'm trying to stand down on that because it is a spiritual thing, right? Because even like we see Shirley,
Breaking up.
Uh-oh.
She gone, Linda. Come
She was
back.
cooking too. Oh, she was cooking.
I know. Okay, GNA. Linda having technical. Go ahead. You've been so patient. Let's and Linda come back. We'll
We
let her wrap it
sorry.
up.
We not y'all mute yourselves.
That's right. Get y'all
All right.
behinds off of here.
Yeah, we sorry, GNA.
Okay, Linda's not listening anymore.
She went out.
Listen, Linda. But no, I just wanted to say, and I'm going to be brief, but I just wanted to say that Shirley definitely knew that he was feeding her a lot of BS, but she had two options. One option was to combat him and say, "You're lying. That's not true." And then he would have to, and then she would have no choice but to make a decision and say, "Well, if you didn't do this or you lied about this, so then she looks like a fool if she doesn't do anything about it." So at that point, she had to just say, "Okay, well, I questioned him about it. He lied. Know he lied about it, but I can't say anything or else I'm gonna look like a fool to him if I back down and say and don't do anything about it." So she can't say, "Oh, well, you told me that the Jeep was paid off," and he says, "Yeah, I lied to you." And then she has to be confrontational. She has to say, "Well, what do you mean you lied to me?" and blah blah blah, and I'm not doing this anymore and whatever and blah blah blah. So she doesn't want to do that. She just wants to stay in the relationship. So she keeps letting him lie to her and manipulate her and do whatever he wants to do so that she can stay in that relationship. And that I think that's really the saddest part of it
Mm-hmm.
is that she knew I think she and that made me realize that she knew a whole lot more than what she is claiming that she knew or what she says that she knew, because I'm sure that so many things had to come up that she became privy to, but she chose to act like she didn't see them or act like she didn't know them, because then she would have to be confrontational and she would be a fool if she was standing there beside him. So her only choice, her only option was to act like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to accept your answer, or else I have to be confrontational and say that this is over.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Well, how
Sometimes
was it? How was it? GNA up there talking to Cynthia and Angelica.
You know, something that's funny is that she did actually say something that was a good point. She said that um, Shirley was trying to um, keep her appearance. And I think that's very true, because she couldn't say, oh, my husband is this or my husband is that. She could never admit those things to her friends, and she never wanted to. Oh, my husband.
Oh no, now is this string?
I'm back. I'm sorry about that.
Okay,
It keeps cutting out.
okay.
But no, I was saying I think what Sonia said was true in that, or Angelica said was true in that. She tried to keep appearances because she would never say to her friends, "Oh, I found out my husband cheated on me," and she stays with him. Or she could never say, "Oh, well, I found out my husband scammed this lady," even though she read it on her Instagram or whatever it was. She would never, ever in a million years tell her friends that, because then she seems like the fool because she's going to stick by his side. And I think that social media was a good thing for her, because that's the only way that she would have actually left him, is now that she has no choice but to admit that all these things that he's doing, and she looks like a fool if she stays with him. And that's the only reason why she actually left him. She may still have been there by his side.
Mm-hmm.
But now that
Okay.
everybody
GNA.
knows that she's being played for a fool, now she has to do something. If
Yeah.
she
Gotcha.
was the only one that knew she was being played for a fool, she could act like she
Mm-hmm.
wasn't being played for a fool and stayed.
Mm-hmm. I knew everybody was gonna come around. Go ahead, y'all.
No,
Porch.
I wanted to I wanted to compliment GNA because I'm like, that's my girl. When I heard you up there, and and listen, it took all
You didn't have to
restraint.
pay $5 like Vicky.
Right, I had to pay $5 to go ask Sonia a question. I really thought, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really, really thought she was about to run when she got that phone call. I'm like, who the hell is
She didn't get
who
a
is
phone call. She called
I
herself.
I
Hmm.
know. That's
She
how I'm like,
always does that when she's under pressure. She did it on another call, I remember.
girl, I was sitting and the lady T Bug wasn't online too, and I'm like, talk about it. And when I heard you up there, I'm like, I want to come up there and like fist and verbally fist fight these two people. It took restraint, but I heard you up there, and I felt like you were you're very sweet. You were very
I
polite.
was trying, you know something? The funny part is I was trying to be. And that wasn't really my intention, was to be confrontational. I wanted us to really have like a real conversation. But the
Right.
things she says is just so ridiculous that it's
Yeah.
like,
I just don't think. I mean, regardless if it's the truth or not, I just don't. I don't think Sonya has a place to even speak on Shirley. I'm just gonna be honest with you. That's my feelings. I don't care what anybody says. I don't think Sonya has any place to speak on whatever Shirley's intentions were. Um, I just don't. I really don't. I mean, I think
She's
you
a habitual
presented.
line stepper.
She is, and you presented yourself like a whore. And I just a lot of people don't have respect for whores. And I mean, I respect an honest hoe, but I don't respect a deceiving,
Mm.
dishonest hoe. God forgive me. I know well, it's Friday. Lady T Bug said we can cut up. She gave us permission. Okay.
Yes, I
I
did.
I don't disrespect the deceiving, lying, conniving, trying to witness tamper, uh, bitch of a hoe. I just don't. So when you were up there,
She
I was
said, I
like,
just don't.
I just don't. I mean, I don't like. I like I mean, well, a woman who owns her stuff, like
There
if
you
she's
go.
if she's a hoe, girl, get your money, get it.
Old
But
folks say, be the best one. Be the best
be
one
the
if you
best
are.
one you can
Right.
be. But she's none of that. But I really did. I'm like, okay, she's being so sweet to her, and these two are so rude and just ignorant, and I really, really, you were holding it, and I really thought that you were, at one point, you were going to crack, because I'm like, Sonia's running again. Here she goes. She about to run off this phone again. And even the other one, she was trying to like kind of run off the phone and get a pretend phone call. But I just want to say
She had
kudos
him
to you.
speechless. She had him speechless.
Can I be
Yeah.
Deborah's advocate for a sec?
Okay.
Sure, why
I
not?
have to I have to admit, she really threw me off my momentum because I just couldn't believe that she could even come back with the things that she was saying. So that was not my game plan. Like I would be like, okay, I would present this and she's gonna say this.
What did she
It
say? What did
was
she
like
say?
this girl would just go completely left with 10 million other things that had nothing to do with anybody.
Oh, she
I
always
can
do that. You know, she can't.
It's
She can't focus.
deflection.
Jen,
She
she can't
it's
focus.
called the Gish Gallop.
But she can't focus though.
Yep, right.
Y'all know she can't stay on task and she can't focus. But let me just play Devica's advocate for just a second, and then I'll be
Mhm.
quiet.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Who made her that hoe?
Who made her? What hoe?
Y'all call her this
That
lady?
hoe.
Yeah, yeah. That thought over there. Who made her that?
She
She
made
was.
herself that.
She made
Oh
herself
no,
that.
she
She was
did not.
already
No,
that.
she did not. No, 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 no.
Nasty. Nasty.
Baby,
Put
she been a hoe.
put coach in. Put coach in. She's my coach. She's everything. She know everything about all these laws and
Oh,
crime and
I know what you're talking. I know what you're
she
saying.
know everything about everything. And just let
Can
me
I
just
say? Can I add?
oh
She's my
okay.
best friend.
And she's my best friend. So let me just play Devica's advocate. And y'all know I don't care nothing about her. But she can't be a hoe unless he allow her to be one. He the one who put her in charge.
Yep,
He's the one that
I'm
was
in
calling
charge.
her. He's the one that put her in charge. He's the one that
on the
called
stroll.
her. Yeah, he's the one put her on patrol and on the stroll. He did all of that. It was him. And she was just on the sideline with her cheerleading suit in, put me in, coach, put me in, coach, put me in. But she could not be coach if he didn't make her coach. And I understand everybody is upset because she's messing with this married man, but
It's
she
not just that,
cannot
boo.
mess with a married man unless the married man want her to. This married man put her above his wife. He told everybody that she was all of that in a bag of chips.
And a
Okay?
But you
pig
know,
lip and a pig
I
feet.
don't
but
even think
a
anybody
true
said
hoe
it's
know
I,
not
their
because
position. They
I
know their position.
understand some people just don't know how to act, but she can't be his hoe unless he put her in charge.
But she
but I
should do
don't
a
think
better
She
But
one.
you
anybody
she
know
was
can't
what?
that
be.
upset
She
about
couldn't
that.
be
I
his
think
hoe, but she could be a hoe.
I
Can I
understand all
respond
of
to
that.
that? Can I respond to that though, honestly?
Sure.
Because my response to that is I don't mind him being her being his old or none of that. That's not the problem. The problem is, like they just said, for one, know your role, ho. Know your role. For
Mhm.
But that
two,
is her role. That's the role he gave her.
But
And
hold on
that's
with the
what
shut
right,
up.
right. But for two, you are messing up the bag because you messing up
Right.
the because see,
Right.
she didn't know her role because she was not playing the side chick role, the best friend role, the thought role like she was supposed to
But she got that
because she
mouthpiece.
was
She got that
going to
mouthpiece. She got that
right
that's
and
what
mouthpiece.
her
She got
and
that
that's what
mouthpiece.
got her in and that's what got
and
her
that's
in
what he
Right.
trouble
wanted.
A
Go
and
good
that's
get
what
one
her.
got
keep
her
their
in
mouth
trouble.
shut.
Like I agree with the fact that he put her in charge. I'm in charge. And every time y'all say that, I hear Nola from what's that? What's
Hustle and
Hustle and
flow.
flow.
Hustle and Flow. I'm in charge. I'm in charge. That's what I hear every time I hear that because I'm laughing because I'm like hilarious because that's what I'm seeing, and I feel like I've told y'all before, they were conning each other, and the con got conned, both of them. Because
Yep.
now she's spending every dime she got, and he finna just be there because that's his new home, this big new
but
big house.
did
And
you
I
realize
don't
the setup
believe,
though? When
huh?
I said, did you realize the setup when he called Dre a week before he cut her off, talking about he was going on the fast? Called Dre and asked him for some money just in
Oh yeah,
case
he
she wasn't
did.
sending him anymore.
That's
He
true.
Yeah.
did. He did.
Yep.
And when did this
He
fast
hadn't
come in
asked him
play?
for money in forever.
Is that
Remember
on
how
this
long that
call?
was years ago
No, no,
when he
I
said
no.
that
don't know.
about Dre.
I
Yeah, I
don't
want to
know.
know
I
about
We're
the
can't
trying to
fast
find out
too.
It's
about
in the latest text.
what's going on with this fast here. Is it on this call or another
No,
call?
it's in the text messages.
Oh, the
These
text
are
Oh,
in
okay.
message.
text messages. He told Son. He set it up. He called. He called Dion. He called Dre. He needed Dre to send him some money. He knew
Hmm.
Dion broke ass didn't have any money, so he didn't even bother asking him. And he texted Sonya. He's like, I'm going on a 21-day fast. I'll talk to you on the 30th. And she is losing her mind.
Mm.
Okay.
She is like, these are on the latest text messages. These are not, phone calls. So I'm just saying that that's what's happening. But he really did. He did set it up. I said he's scamming. He's still scamming. He
Good
got the
catch.
money and then cut everybody off. He's like,
Yep.
well, if I plead, because I think he's gonna plead guilty. And be honest with
I
you,
wouldn't be surprised.
And what's
because
the
he
date on that, Vicky? What's the date?
it's the ninth. I think I want to say it's the ninth that
Of
I
this
he
think it was
month?
the ninth. It was like 21 days. We'll put them at the 30th.
Of
yeah
this month?
of this
Yeah.
month of this
Oh,
month
okay.
he
Okay.
just text her, and she's been texting him on a daily basis. Hi, love you.
Wait a minute.
um
Before then, she said she didn't want to text no more, and she wasn't gonna put no money on the text.
but you cut off the dope supply. That's her dope.
Yep.
Mm.
But she
He's been
said
cut off.
that.
But she don't understand the fast because she says she don't know nothing about the church house.
But that was
But
before he
see,
cut her off,
I
Lady
don't
T
trust.
Bud.
But you
That's
know what?
before.
I don't trust anything they said for real, since September 2023. Or was
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it
I,
Yeah.
2024
When the
right.
September?
text
I
when
August,
don't
I think it
trust.
was August,
I
All
right?
don't
right,
when the
Shan.
text came
September
out,
when
I
they
can say
figured
after
it
the
out.
text.
September.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm saying anything that was said. The text came out
After.
in January, but I
Right.
don't. I don't. I don't trust anything they said past September, the year that this cause came out, which was it last year, 2024,
23.
2023.
2023.
2023. I
July.
don't trust anything past
Good
Shirley's
point.
letter. I don't
Yeah.
trust anything past Shirley's strawberry
Oh,
letter
strawberry.
because,
Okay.
yeah, because they're talking to us now. So whatever
Yeah.
Yes.
he
Mm-hmm.
said on text
True.
or phone call, they saying it to us. That's
Oh,
why
they're
But
I'm
see,
writing
like,
but
letter
Shan,
letters now. Yeah,
but
they're writing
Shan,
letters
yeah,
now.
but with those texts, because I went through them, I had to unfortunately to do it. They thought that was a safe space because at the time they were not being. Well, I could say the prosecutor always had access to them, but for us, they still were talking freely up until they knew the texts were coming out.
but
Yeah,
There's
that
a
was
And
only
Sonya
a
doesn't
me-
care.
couple
Sonya
months.
doesn't even
But
care
that
about
was
yeah,
safe
only
yeah.
space.
It was a
But that
couple
was
months.
only 4 months
Yeah,
past the cause. That's why I said
yeah.
once they really realized what was going on, I don't trust anything past that. So when the text drop, I don't trust anything past that. When the video calls drop, I don't trust anything past that, because at that point they're talking to us. And the letter writing, which I told y'all before, I'm not really trusting in that either, because like I said, most facilities scan letters when they come
They
in.
do.
Mhm.
So if they know this stuff by now, so they're not, because when I think when they tell them stuff, we don't always get privy to that. But I'm pretty sure the lawyers know. That's why legal mail,
Yeah,
that's
I was
why
gonna say the
Sonya
legal
was
mail.
caught off by the legal mail and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't thinking they know who and where the legal mail has come from. Because when the legal mail come in, you document the whole thing from the dang on postmark to who sent it.
I
You
have a
document
question,
all that.
Shan. I have a question about
Yeah.
that legal mail. Now, I know that there's the mail, like when you write, it goes through, like he said, it was Arizona, and then it gets scanned. There's a process. It
Legal mail
goes.
don't take that process.
That's what I was going to ask you. Okay, yeah. So she's circumventing the security process and sending stuff that she's
Yes.
okay. Okay.
He
Yeah,
She
said
cause
he needed
did.
that money
Kind
from
of.
Dre for
yeah, cause
paper
Kind
that's
and
of.
pencils too. Remember, he did say he needed it for paper and
He's got to get his
stamps.
manuscript out there.
He full of crap.
yeah.
He full of crap. He full of crap. His ass finna go to court. His lawyer done told him to shut the hell up, and
Yep.
that's why he done told her they going on the fast. I don't. I'm
Yeah.
just like Shane. I don't
That's
believe that.
it.
That's
Well,
that's
we know
that's
that's why, but he hasn't been talking to her. He hasn't been calling her
yeah.
at least.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying that's the excuse that he's
Oh
giving
yeah.
her because he don't want it. He's already incriminated himself so much, and she has too. So that
Hmm.
lawyer done told him, I don't care how you shut her down, but you gonna have to shut her down.
Yeah, you got to keep her.
You got to
You
Yeah.
get her
can't keep
quiet.
doing
He
this.
looks
Yeah,
so
this is too
frazzled
much.
on
You believe?
Angelica's panel when she on there. She looks frazzled. That woman don't know what to do.
Because she doesn't have the attention, because
Mhm.
this is one thing that we all know, them 5 minutes a day
Yep.
did something for her.
Yep.
Because me,
Exactly.
I don't
I just want to hear
understand.
you breathing, Shan. I just want to hear you
Like, yeah,
breathing.
Yeah. You left us, Lady T Bug, and look at us.
right, them 5 minutes a day did something for her. And
Sure
that's
did.
something that she's never been able to get since she left her dad's house, I believe. So and I feel like once she got that, and once you get, that's like a person addict. Once you get that hit, you need it again, and you
That's
want
her
it to be,
opiate. That's
and you
like Tim
Yep.
Wise said last night. That's her opiate. That's
and
her
then
drug of
once she
choice.
got the attention of the YouTube streets, oh my God, they're talking about me. They just infatuated with me. Why are they so
Hmm.
into me? Ma'am, nobody's into you. It's not really you that people are into. Because I ain't
What she?
even mad at her for not side chicken. I don't pay her no
What,
mind, because I know it's
it's
him feeding into her, and she trying to get that fix. He's
what
her
she say,
fix.
Shan? They all in my mouth and my panties.
No,
Yeah,
I
That's
don't
why
and
I
even
it's
don't
think it's
react.
the
That's why
fix
I'm
of
not
him.
reacting to her ass like that.
I don't
Over
even
there,
Right.
think
put
it's the
those
fix
things
of.
over there. No
Me,
way.
me
I
you
either.
don't
said
even.
something, GNA.
Yeah, I don't even think it's the fix of him. I think it's just the fix. She has two.
Attention,
She
attention.
has she has two. Yes, yeah, the attention, because she wants people to keep talking about her, and she wants to be talked about.
Hmm.
And it's also because she wants to prove that, oh, well, you guys keep thinking that he's going to stop talking to me. Watch, he's going
Right.
to keep talking to me. So she wants to prove us wrong in that regard. And then she wants to also she wants the attention. If it wasn't for the attention, she probably would have stopped talking to this guy long, long time ago.
And she
But she
can't
needs her
admit
Yeah.
five
she's
minutes of
trying to
fame, and
save
she knows
face.
it's the
She
only way
wants
she's
to.
going to get it.
Yeah, she wants to save face. She wants to stick it to us, like you said. The
Yes.
conversations are all to us. These phone, like those phone conversations, the recent
Mm-hmm.
ones. She's talking to us. She's been
Yep.
talking to us
Yep.
because Nesto Michael. That's why he shuts up because he knows he's not. She's not talking to him at that point.
Yeah, because he talking about them folks don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing about them folks. He tell everybody that we don't mean nothing to
I
him.
mean, he's
And at the
he's
end of the day, GNA, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Because she's still going on Silverback channel just to get the attention
just to get
Yeah.
some sort of
and just to
attention.
stay relevant.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is that
Yeah.
Yeah.
even about? What is that even about? Why? Why?
They girl, they're
I don't know.
frenemies. They're frenemies. Like
Girl,
Because
she a
Sylvia's
negative
doing
Z list
something
star. She thinks she a negative Z list star.
right. She's important. She feels like she's important because there is some people out in the YouTube universe that every time Sonya speak is let's hit the live button. And that's what she wants. She wants that, and they're giving it to her. And I don't feel, I'm not mad at Sonya, because like GNA said, he gave her the battery in her back. I
Yep.
just don't like the fact of how she brings, like, because even if he gave you the battery in your back, you still leave that lady and her family
Right, like Vicky
alone.
said, stop
Like, leave them
speaking on
people
her.
alone. Leave them
That's
people alone. That's my only issue with her. He gave you the battery, cool. But
but
it's some things that you should have left alone. And it should have been that lady and her daughter. And you should have left that alone. Period.
She
that's
On
one.
reminds me
peace.
of
That's all.
Kanye. She reminds me of Kanye. The more she talks, and the more delusional and she sounds.
Yeah,
I have
she
caught some
do.
of the people. I've caught some of the live from other people's channels because I can't go over there and watch. I'm sorry. So I caught, but and then she goes on this rant, these long rants of just illogical topics and points of view. So she sounds crazy.
She does.
Yep.
She's like the sky is gonna turn. They're gonna turn the sky purple, and then the grass is gonna be blue,
Yeah,
and then
and
daffodils
she
are gonna end
believes
up
it.
being pink. And like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
she.
you know, if men's ain't men no more, side hoes ain't side hoes no more. I mean, everything's different now,
Well, I
y'all.
I
They
mean for
don't
her,
know how to act no more.
They
wh-
don't. She don't.
when I said like I just she does not need to be speaking on Shirley. Like
Agree.
if it's the like okay she wants to say well you guys are messing up his case and all this and that
Hmm.
like okay
Who
so
are you?
no we don't ask anybody if we don't ask her about it it always pivots back to Nesto.
Hmm.
They pivoted back to Nesto. Like she talks about it. We don't want to hear about your damn life. Like just like we didn't want to hear about that lawsuit. We didn't want to hear about nothing about that. But you bring it in here. They literally did a questionnaire last week. Like a questionnaire about Sonia. Like somebody gives. I mean, they were just eating her up in the comments because
But
it
you
was
know, Silverback trying to get clicks and views also though.
Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
she really is, and she ain't getting really much of nothing. Like to say for her.
Oh, but she is. She getting attention though because people are doing commentary on her. So
But
just
they
like
getting more
she
views
said,
than she is on her own content.
Right.
I understand, but she's still standing
But
out there though.
she's getting attention
She getting
from them.
attention.
That
She
is true.
the attention.
Because I
Yeah,
can't
negative
stand her.
attention doesn't, the negative or positive really doesn't matter. She always
Hmm.
says she want positive attention, but that negative attention is something for her too. It's just her talking to us, talking to the YouTube streets and wanting them to respond. Because
Yeah.
like you tell your kids, people can't argue alone. They can't
She
talk to
can.
Hmm.
She
themselves.
can. She
Right.
talks to herself. Well, that's that in
No,
my
because
opinion.
she's really talking. Because there's a group of people out here that
Hmm.
are going to listen to her and going to always respond to her, and that's what she lives for. And it's actually really sad because it's a good thing he locked up, but the
Right.
next one that come
But
along may be worse than him. So
no.
Girl.
that's
Well, what
and
do you
all they
think
got to
about
do is 5 minutes.
what do you think about these space cadet theories that she goes off on? I mean,
Because
I
I mean,
told you she said
She
the
need to
sky
be
is about to be
medicated.
purple. Yeah, she does.
she's in that sector of YouTube,
schizophrenic.
what they was talking about, the onions and
He thinks it
whatnot.
makes it
And
interesting.
they listen to those things. That's the stuff that they talk about in the sector that she visits more than other than this one. That stuff she say to Nesto on those
Mm.
visits and stuff like that.
Whew.
Those are all in that sector of YouTube, and that's what
Mhm.
she watches and listens to. Because one minute she's a president supporter, that dude we got now, and then the next minute she's saying something that's disparage or against him. So she's going with the flow of that sector because
Yeah.
it's wild
Mm.
over there, because I know somebody that be over there and I'll be like, Lord have
And
mercy, don't
also,
don't
Mm-mm.
say nothing
she
else.
said she got supporters that like her, and she
Yeah.
said it ain't
She
us.
do.
She
It's not
does.
us, and she got some people that love her and like her, and they like listening to what she have to say. So y'all
And they
absolutely
did,
right.
because they used to be in her chat, and I used to be laughing because I was like, these folks just crazy as her. Because they used to be over there talking, but it was a lot. Let me tell you this too. What I noticed, the names were a lot male dominated. So
Hmm.
Yeah. They
it,
Yeah.
it
think she
Yeah.
cute.
really, because it was a lot of males over there name wise, and they
Hmm.
were, yeah, keep on, stick by him, do you, blah 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 blah. And I used to just sit there and laugh because she was clicking that tongue,
Mm-hmm.
sticking it out. And it's like, okay, because that's what Nesto gave her those
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes. That's all she
Yep.
needs. Where
Mm-hmm.
she gets it from does not matter. Does not
It
matter.
doesn't. Okay, this is my theory on Sonya. She's an old school setup. Like she was running the streets back in the day. She was an old school setup girl. She got ran up out of Ohio, so she went down to
Mm-mm.
Miami. Tried to. I'm just telling you my theory.
She
She
went to Detroit. Okay.
she got ran up out of
Again.
Ohio, and she's failed at pretty much everything that she has started at. So she's relied heavily on her petite size and what is left of her looks. I wouldn't be
Mhm.
surprised if there's some substance abuse in there. I'm not saying that she's a substance abuse user, but there's something there that's just not there. And I like her mental state now, it's becoming more and more unhinged as we go along, especially as some of this has died down a little bit. There's us who kind of still follow this case, and we really don't. We do talk about her, but not we don't talk about her as much as she would like. She wanted the attention to be all on her, but because a lot of this stuff does not like the antics that they put on over there, they were expecting hundreds of thousands of views, like the Tasha K interview is supposed to be hundreds of thousands of views or whatever. She wanted something to pop off, but it never did pop off. So right now she's scrambling, and so she's just
Mhm.
becoming more and more crazy. And I wouldn't be surprised if like some menopause is not like her hormonal imbalance is not in there too,
Mm-hmm.
mixed
Mm-hmm.
with a little substance abuse, mixed with just a general amount of crazy.
I'm gonna have to push back. Hormones don't make you act crazy like that. That she was already
Right.
crazy.
Right.
And
Maybe her
so
forgetfulness. Maybe her
yeah,
forgetfulness, though.
yeah, well, maybe the forgetfulness part, but I
Yeah.
mean, hell, I'm going through the hormones, and I ain't. I mean, yeah, I got short term memory or what have you, but I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going off on tangents and talking about cadets and all of that kind of
Yeah,
crap. I just think that's her
it's
mental.
insane.
That's her mental
Yeah.
anyway, and she was already mental before the hormones kicked in. But I have to take up for the rest of us ladies that's going through the hormone issue, and
Mm.
that's not the problem.
And
Trust me, that's
That
not
right.
the problem at
her
all.
mask has slipped real bad. She's good. She was good at masking, but when she's
Yeah,
on that lady's channel, there's no mask. She
that's
can't even
right.
fake it. She can't. And you notice how with Nesto, she's like, "Hi!" All of a sudden, this her face is so fake, and
Right.
it's a lot of hard work doing that when you don't have that battery. She's not getting that juice,
Yeah.
and she can't. And she's not. And she wanted to feed. She likes to feed. She's a succubus. She
Right.
feeds off of negative energy. So does her partner over there. If you notice, that's the two things that they do. It's almost like self-flagellation. It's like they get off on the negative energy. Now, me and Lady T-Bug know of a lady over in the mommy sector. She feeds off of negative energy, and I find that fascinating. So when I look at Cynthia, it's not from I'm curious about her and she's interesting. I'm looking at it more from almost like I call it national appeal graphic, like
Right.
A
looking at
case study.
somebody in a yes.
A
It's
case
like
study.
It
just
it
just
you're
Hmm.
watching the way she, and then when I heard about the 21-day quote unquote fast, I'm like, that explains why she looks. And I know especially you,
I'm gonna have to go to this live. Y'all
yeah,
keep talking about
yeah,
how she's looking.
Lady Glorious. I know you don't go over there, and I know you've seen it in
I
other
can't. I
places.
can't do it.
But
I
right,
can't.
and I don't blame you. But if you
Hmm.
look at her, her spirit is not
is
being fed.
down.
It's
Yeah.
it's very
Oh,
it's
She to be
noticeable.
honest, she seems insane to me.
She
Like,
is. She
Lady G, didn't G and A go over there? G and A, if you go back
Yeah.
over there next week, tell her to exercise, and that'll help build up her
The
endorphins, and then
endorphins,
she'll be
yeah.
happy.
She's getting a gym membership for her
well,
thighs.
bank. Self-flagellation is a very good way to explain it because they both of them they like that. They antagonize the audience, and then the audience comes back at them, and then they get mad, but they like it's almost like a humiliation ritual sometimes too because
mm-mm.
they yeah they'll say these just well especially uh Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Cynthia really she'll say like these off the wall things and somebody comments and it's like, you negative, 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 messy, messy, messy. And then
Be
the other one,
nice. Be
But the
nice.
other one
be
tries to set her
nice.
straight.
But even
The-
Sylvia be talking about her though.
I know she
Sylvia be
does.
throwing jabs at her too, and
Yeah,
I don't understand the friendship. I do not understand And unless there is the banter and they're playing with each other, I really don't understand it. And Vicky, when you was on that channel, you were very, very nice to her. I just think she, Silverback must told her don't say, don't
Well,
trust
They don't
men.
know how to be friends with women. They don't know
I
how to
was
build community with women. They don't know.
when I was
Cynthia
trying to talk to
Rugrats,
her.
Georgia Peach, Lady T Bug called her Cynthia from George, from the Rugrats. That's where that name came
Yeah,
from.
she's a
When
doll.
with that's missing hair.
Yeah.
With,
That's
with the
when
ponytail
Yeah.
behind. But when y'all said her body a while ago, why I think about Juicy and Ricky Smiley? Because my daughter
You
told me that Juicy and Ricky Smiley used to date, and I'm like, shut the front door.
I'm
Mm.
not surprised, but that's not his typical size type.
But back in the day,
But
maybe not.
um yeah, I would, but just to point to respond to you, I said what I said. Yeah, I would try to be I just like GNA. I tried to come up and okay, if I come at her like hard, then it's gonna validate her whatever she says
Right.
about people who just don't agree with her. It's
Uh
gonna
huh.
validate all of her claims that we're just evil black bitches and we're lonely and we ain't got no money, and just I didn't want to validate that because it's not true. It's listen, you need to take care of yourself, because like what are you going to do when this is all over with? And I was trying to get out the point that look, you're a year younger than my mother and you look like you're 10 years older than my mother, and like my mom is out here living and she's not worried about no man in jail. Like you are sitting here struggling
I didn't see
mentally.
this live. I didn't see this live. Go ahead.
Well, this
This
was
Well,
was
it was
over a
last
way
year
A
year.
ago.
long time
yeah,
Oh,
ago.
Last
it
year.
okay.
was way
Yes.
back.
Yeah, this is way back.
Oh, I thought it
And
was last night. Oh,
no,
okay.
I
No.
girl, no, GNA went on there last week, but like I paid $5 because Sylvia was begging, she was begging for for live, so I paid $5 and said, okay, I just want to see if Sonya will be responsive. And what did she do? She did the same thing as GNA. Oh, that she suddenly got a phone call.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna call you back. Telling Sylvia, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you back.
But you know why, Vicky? Because you were giving care, you were nurturing, you were in a pot. What she says she want positivity,
And that's
but
yeah.
you
But it
were,
it was stirring up her emotions, and Sonya does
yeah.
not like emotions.
Right.
No.
And see, that's where I think, because
Yeah.
I wanted to comment earlier, Vicky, your analysis of her, I don't agree with because I've kind of followed her since I found out about the issue with the Paw situation and all that. So, in my opinion, she's not old school setup. What happened was she tried it; it didn't go so good, and she was running from that because when she came here, she was not on that, not at all. When she came here, it seemed
Well,
like
that's what I meant.
she was more in trouble with her family, doing stuff to them, from what I
Oh, okay.
gauged about like court documents and stuff like that. And from here, she went to Florida. So from my what I gauge from it, and I don't think that
You're so stupid. I
her,
said what I said.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, y'all know, I just listen. But I feel like her whole demeanor is people have her wrong because where a lot of people be like, oh, she's like this, that, and other ghetto, blah blah blah. No, Sonya grew up in a
She's
good
from
home.
yeah.
She wanted to be, and girls that I know like that because I grew up in Detroit, put it like that, and girls that were not Detroit, when y'all know what I say when I say Detroit, they tried to
Mm.
present this thing, and that was her to me. She didn't want to be the kind of person where she was because I believe she went to a predominantly Caucasian
She
school or
did.
whatever.
Baker Heights.
So,
She did.
and I know from going down there, Cleveland Heights is not Detroit, but she tries to make it be that way. And most kids that come from those areas back then wanted to be from a Detroit type,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cleveland neighborhood. So that is what she's presenting. She's trying to present now that she's this person that she's not. Because even when she moved to Michigan, and I don't think people know about where she lived at when she moved to big old air quotes, Detroit. Homegirl never lived in Detroit unless she was sleeping on somebody's couch. But the address she was using in Michigan It's not Detroit. It's
Oh, baby,
Cleveland
I saw
Heights
that house. That's a
adjacent.
nice house.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland Heights adjacent. Okay,
Okay,
so it's
we have
not.
someone from Ohio up here that can speak on the demographics.
Yeah.
Bank.
Yeah, that she nailed it. I mean, I'm a little bit more south, but I went to a predominantly it was a predominantly white school, and a lot of the black kids that I went there with, their parents were professional. My parents were blue collar workers, but their parents were doctors, lawyers, consultants for corporations, and they had this mentality they wanted to go play around in the hood or be tough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they
Mm-hmm.
were the girls. They were the
Mm-hmm.
main ones skipping school and going with the bad boys. And I actually had a neighbor like that. Her mama thought she was too good for us, and she
Mm-hmm.
was the grimiest one. That girl used to be. Listen, I never knew that there was a thing, but she used to get drunk and listen at 15, 16 years old, passed out at
Mm-hmm.
bus stops. Now we would have got
Mm.
wore out. But she was hanging around with this dude who this was my first time hearing about a 17-year-old in the ninth grade. That's who her boyfriend was. And I'm like, what? 17 in the ninth grade? But she was academically like off the charts. Her mom was one of those, she always had her nose up in the air. She couldn't wait to move off of our street because she was better than us. And her daughter kind of felt about it. She kind of was almost like a Sonya, but it's so ironic, real quick. This is a side because it's Florida. When I was down in Tampa, I was actually in Lakeland. Ironically, I don't know how I saw it, but I saw her name because her last name is not typical. And don't you know that girl is a freaking doctor now? But she played in those streets. She played.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah.
played
And
hard.
that's
And
why I see
mhm,
that in Sonya because when
mhm,
she moved here, you could tell if you're from like a Cleveland, when they move here, they go to Detroit. They don't go to where Sonya went to. That's all I'm saying is like knowing our demographic, the Midwest, like
right.
even people that come from Chicago, they don't
Hmm.
come from Chicago and move where Sonya lived. They come from
Right.
Chicago and go to Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They don't go to these places where they don't feel
Because.
comfortable because it's not like where they came from. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And the only way they do that is somebody out there already in their family, and most of them don't because that's Cleveland Heights adjacent. And Sonya, she's still purporting this at her big age because when she had her traumatic event in her early 20s, that's where she is back in the 90s. And I honestly feel sad for her, but I don't care for her. I could care less about her. This story is about Nesto and Shirley to
Right.
me. Good. So I don't even really think about her in that way enough to give her energy because it's not her story. This is Nesto and Shirley. And it wouldn't even
Right.
be Nesto. It wouldn't even be Shirley if he hadn't hitched his wagon to her money, her bank account. So
Right.
it's like I really am on I prefer to keep it Shirley and Nesto because she's a non-factor to
Oh,
me.
oh,
Mm.
oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yes, this story could be told without her. I mean, basically.
And she will never exit left.
No.
Yeah, and she keeps inserting herself. Like people wasn't even really checking for you until you created your own YouTube page. Like that's when you really got brought out to the forefront. Guess why? Because homegirl likes attention. And that's what happened when she got into her traumatic situation in her early 20s. Because that dude was paying you attention because you come from a decent family. So he
Hmm.
finna hook up with that. And
Hmm.
you in this apartment because I'm thinking since your daddy owned the whole complex, y'all all had y'all own apartments up in there.
Yep.
So yeah, he finna kick it with you because you out here and he probably ain't had nothing. That all he had was what he was working for. And poor Think Tink at this big age don't realize that another dude that hits his wagon to you because you have something to offer him. He's in jail. He need that commissary. He need them glasses. You be them Dollar Tree glasses you be paying 20
Yes,
$30
honey. Why his
for.
ass
He need
cross-eyed
them
now?
books. Right. He need the books. He needs you to call him because he needs and in jail, they look forward to their calls, their letters, they this, they that. That's what keeps them going. That's why Nesto don't look like a old worn down. She look more worn down than him because she doing the time with him.
Yep.
So it's like he needs that, and you're giving it to him, and you're giving it to him at the detriment of yourself, Vicky. That's why when you gave her that care and attention, she
Mm.
can't accept it, especially from a woman. If you
Nope.
was a man, she'd have loved all on it, but from a woman, she don't like women. We already know she don't like women, so it's not. It's not. I just prefer to keep it Shirley Nesto,
So,
including the fact that Shirley Nesto is who this story is about, not her. Because all
well,
she is a side thought.
well, to quote Nesto, that ain't my fault. That's her fault.
Them folks can't afford me.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
part.
mean,
And I
I
would have
mean,
exited left at that point, like Dre. When you call and beg me, bro, that's when I'll come back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
but to what was I gonna say? But I want to. I really wanted to hear. I was, itching for Lady T Bug to come live about these motions.
Yes. But
What
I
are you?
had to drop. I had to drop the stuff you gonna add into there because we got to hear Shirley's
Oh, I
side.
forgot. You got to go to a
So that was
party.
Shirley's
The-
side. When it came to the trucks. But tomorrow we will be on the documents.
And
List.
you
You
know
know,
what? This made good sense to go into that because this actually contradicts his response. So I like that. See, my girl
It
smart.
does.
I like that you threw
I
this out
had to
there
come back with the comeback now.
because this actually is gonna give us insight into that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to make sense of the response. So I can't wait till we really get into the meats and potatoes of it all.
Yeah.
Because
And
this really is good evidence.
what
I might need to send this to Wooten. I might need to timestamp it and
He
send it
got
to
it.
her.
Don't worry.
he
He
got
got
it.
it.
I
Well,
can send it
but
to you uninterrupted.
Right.
yeah,
Without the commentary.
With the
Wooten,
instructions, because it's the instruction manual. Take all of it off. Take all of it.
Wooten probably already talked to Miss Shirley and said, right here, it sounds like you didn't know about what. Tell me what you're hearing right here. That sounds like you didn't know that this car was in your name or paid off. You can hear just Shirley say, "Well, I thought the car was registered to me, and that's why I was the only one who could get it. But I didn't know he put it in my name." So I would if I were her, I would just continue to play dumb and continue to be victim.
Play.
yeah.
And
But
I
I don't
mean,
think
what?
she knew about the payments until she had to pay them because
No,
she
I
didn't know
get
how to
it.
Well,
pay
listen.
them.
But I'm saying I would play extra dumb, like you know what I'm saying, like
And, and
go in because this is elder abuse at this
She
point.
just got to tell
Mm-hmm.
the truth. She just
but
got to
she
tell the
didn't know
truth,
about the
Vicky.
payments though, because she said the payments are $900. So she
Right.
didn't know
Right.
about the
Girl,
payments.
right?
She didn't. If you
What was her?
listen to the phone call, she didn't because I know how much my husband paid for his car and I don't pay for it. He do. I know
She
the
said the
price. I
payments are
know
$900. I
right.
thought the
Those
car was paid
payments?
off. So she
I
knew
those
Yeah.
nothing
payments are
about the payments.
nine hundred
Right. And
dollars.
she thought the Bentley was paid for and she thought her G Wagon was paid for, but what hers because it was paid for with somebody else's stuff. So it wasn't
Right.
yours, boo boo.
And it wasn't
But
hers. Yeah.
Shirley did not
It
and
was Nesto
see,
Bankhead.
right. Shirley did not
I
know
mean Buckhead.
in my opinion, what he was doing, but she didn't care either.
Right.
So it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
like everybody is partly right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like Shirley, ignorance isn't a defense to anything.
Mm-mm.
However, you can't be attached to these crimes because you ain't never talked to Melody, you ain't never talked to Gail, you didn't take
Right.
Gail's property in
Right.
and trade it in for your G wagon, and we know you didn't because guess what? Nesto,
Mm-hmm.
this was actually a smart thing, didn't put it in her name because had he put it in her name she could have took it and did something else with it, sold it, traded it in, or whatever she wanted to do. So he kept it in Nesto's Bankhead or whatever the dang old company was at that time, because he had a multiple of them. He
Right.
kept it in that because if it was in her name she could have done whatever she wanted with it, but we're not
It
gonna
would have
do
been an
that
asset
because
for her. It
yeah,
would have.
because I'm
Yeah.
gonna need to bring this back and turn it in for something else because it appears that's what he does. He takes
Right.
other stuff and turn it in for other stuff.
Right.
He takes steals from somebody else and turn it in for to his stuff.
You
So it's
reminded me of
Ye-
something, and because we've been asking about what happened to the fleet of his cars. It's looked like he traded a lot of his cars in for these motorcycles. When he had trade-ins.
mm-hmm.
I just
Yeah.
Yep.
thought about that. Some of them vehicles he traded them in. For the elite security flashlight cop, a mall cop. He traded
Mm-hmm.
a lot
Yeah.
of those in for these
For like
big
probably
items.
two or three cars, two or three used police cars or something.
Yes,
That's
yes.
Yeah.
why Laura's and the Ford dealership kept dealing with him. Because
Yep.
if you doing all this and it's above board, like I actually if Cause I know Wooten is white collar. So this is so I'm gonna give y'all a nugget. I'm gonna give y'all a nugget from this conversation and that in my mind going into court. Wooten has documents from those trade-ins,
Oh yeah.
and it's not how the stuff was done is not given legal, and it wouldn't be fraud. It would be what he's charged with: financial transactions, the
Conversion.
conversion, and all that.
Mhm.
It's not going to be fraud. Fraud is something totally different than what he did. He did a lot of conversion, so that's why he has the charges he has. Because Wooten is white collar. We got to remember that. So Wooten, and this is something else that I believe about Wooten from other documents, like when Lady T Bug bounced out with the 200 pages, that it was some stuff missing in there that I still have a little bit of question about. But since he
He
dropped
did.
it like he dropped it, I know there's more to it. But he dropped
Yeah.
what he needed to
Absolutely.
drop to get the judge to see the gist of it. He has more.
Right.
And from this
Mhm.
drop, I feel like a lot of the stuff I feel like Lil Scooter gave some more stuff in her discovery. And this is where the documentation kind of falls into line, because he's gonna go back and do the transaction if he hadn't already done it. The transaction on that G Wagon. Because the transaction on the G Wagon along with Gail stuff attached, how he gonna get off of that?
Yeah.
You brought it in. You got the G Wagon. How are you going to explain that?
He
You
can't.
Right.
can't.
And I want,
He can't.
I still want to know who signed that damn affidavit. That's all I really. That's out of all this, I want
The
to know who's.
disappearing affidavit.
Yes. So
Little
my last.
Scooter.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, that makes sense too, Shan.
Thank you.
And maybe another reason
Last
why
thought.
we doing this 21 day fast.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
if she
Well.
turned in some
What we giving
information,
up?
because if she turned in some information that could possibly hurt him to Wooten, then and I don't know if he's shared the discovery with Sean or not, and
Yes.
then
Yeah, he
maybe
did.
He
and
has
Mhm.
to.
okay, so that's
He
another
did.
reason. That's probably
That
another
was the
reason
fourth
why.
certificate of discovery.
Probably another reason why we got this 21-day fast, and he just ain't telling her. And this 21 days may extend until he go to court.
Right. Well, I just want to say my last thought is this. I
Mhm.
think Shirley was like a my good favorite movie is Goodfellas, and Shirley reminds me of Karen Hill from Goodfellas. She thought it was okay if her husband went out, and she knew her husband was kind of up to something, but it was all right if she normalized it in her head. It was okay if her husband went out and did some extra things to make some extra money. So it was okay as long as it did hell didn't rain down on her, and hell finally came and rained down on her, and it caused her to open up her eyes. I'm salty kind of about the things that I heard about her interactions with her between her and her daughter and how she treated her daughter, but that's we can talk more about that tomorrow. But I appreciate you for coming back, Lady T Bug. Everybody who came up to the panel, this was a full panel, y'all. Thank you, everybody.
Happen.
I,
And don't forget to say Linda. In the
Linda,
chat,
Linda.
holding it down.
Yep. So I appreciate everybody. I can't remember everybody's name, but the regulars and the new folks who came up. God bless all y'all. Have a good evening.
Thank you,
Well,
Same to you,
Vicky.
Vicky.
let me give my
Thank you, Lady
last
T
final
Bug.
thoughts.
You're welcome.
Even though I didn't get to talk that much, I'm gonna
Oh,
Oh
still
my
give my.
God.
The
This lady here.
disruptor.
I didn't get to talk very much because we did have a full panel, and I'm not mad about that. It's okay, it's all good. But I didn't really get to hear the call, so I am gonna go back and replay so I can listen to the call, so I can understand where you guys are coming from when you're talking about this truck and these payments and what Cotton Candy do and what she didn't know. But I kind of got an inkling already of what's going on with Cotton Candy, like I had always thought.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna digress, and I'm gonna leave Cotton Candy alone tonight. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Thank
let
you
her.
so much.
I'm gonna let her live.
Thank
I
you. I
am.
Appreciate you.
said what I
I,
said.
I am gonna let Cotton Candy live, and I enjoyed this panel. Even though I wasn't fully aware of what was going on, and I came on an hour late because I had no idea. YouTube ain't told me nothing, and
You
I'm
too
tired of YouTube. Yeah,
disrespectful.
it's the disrespect for me and YouTube, and I'm so tired of them not letting folks know when people come on. But Lady T Bug, that's an eye opener for you. You can't take off a week and think YouTube is gonna shout you out like that.
I know.
Okay, so
I
they try to.
even posted on the community thing. I never do.
Now, I
You know,
Okay.
did get a
live.
notification. I did get a notification.
I didn't, and maybe because I wasn't on YouTube is the reason why I probably didn't get a notification. So I'm not gonna wholeheartedly blame YouTube either.
Okay.
But it's been great, and I enjoyed this whole panel. I really, really did, hearing from everybody and hearing their perspectives and listening to Lady Janice come up. I'm so glad she came up. And Glorious, I always love her point of view. And just hold your beer because Shan is gonna come around. Okay,
Oh
she will
Lord.
be
She
coming
will.
around. And that's
If
the
it's the
last thing I
Lord
gotta
will.
say. She's coming around the mountain when she comes.
She
Okay.
won't.
Coming
She gonna,
around the
yeah,
mountain.
yeah, y'all hold y'all beer, wait for this court date, cause us little sweetheart is coming. Okay, and that's
But
all I
you
got
know
to say
what?
about it.
And I'll come behind that because you know I'm a disruptor. You know that's my job. My job is to disrupt. That is what I
And
do.
Georgia
First
Peach
of
says
all,
she agree with you.
thank you. Thank
Don't
you,
agree with her,
Georgia
Georgia
Yeah,
Peach.
P.
Georgia Peach says
Thank
she
you.
with Shan on one part and she with Shan on Shirley.
Thank you, Georgia
I
Peach,
fell out
because
laughing when I saw that comment.
I get fought all the time up here, Georgia Peach. All my life I had to
She
fight.
had to fight
Okay,
all her life.
all my
And
life,
she gonna
Georgia
continue
Peach.
to fight long as me and
I,
Vicky up here,
long
okay?
as I got breath, okay, in me.
And she gonna
Georgia
continue to
Peach,
fight long as
all my
Vic to
life,
the Veil is here, and I said what I said. She gonna continue to fight, and Lady T Bug.
all my
Hmm.
life I had to fight.
I drop it down.
And you guys have a great night. And thanks for letting me on the
Yeah.
panel tonight, Lady T Bug. Even though
You're
I was late.
welcome. I would
All
let
right.
y'all go, but I gotta go check on my niece.
Okay, well, let me go right quick because I really ain't got much to say because I said a lot tonight. I said what I said, might not have got nothing in, but I got it all in and got it all out. I've been holding this in for a whole week. Okay, I got to say it, and now it's to the documents, to the documents, as
Document.
Lady T
Document.
Bug says. But for me, this call, I know it seemed like we harsh on Shirley. However, we have to be because who is the middleman technically? Not the middle criminal, but the middleman in this saga is Shirley. And it's just, it is what it is because we can't do this story or have our opinions without including Shirley. We cannot just have an opinion on everybody else in the saga, but keep it sweet and cute with her. No, we have to keep it real, voice our opinions. They may not all be the same. We may not always agree, but we can all agree that there's one catalyst, middleman, whatever you want to call it, to this saga, and it's Shirley. And somebody said earlier in the chat, I can't wait to the trial. This is what I'm gonna agree with. I said what I said about. I don't think at this moment we gonna get a trial because watching this all fold out, I don't think we gonna get a trial, but I don't think he gonna get off. That's where I disdain from the rest of the group at. I don't think he gonna get off. I
I
don't
never
think there's
said.
gonna be a
Ooh.
trial. I don't think he's gonna get no only time served he gonna get is the time he been in there. It's not gonna be a time served that he walk away like Young Thug. It's not happening. He's gonna take a deal if they offer one. If Wooten is
Yep.
not a selfish, if he's not gonna be nice to us, or is he gonna be selfish just to get this case off his load and do a deal, or is he gonna be good to us like he been being good to us? Because Wooten the one really giving us the new information. So is he gonna be nice to us again, which I hope so, and give us a trial and not offer a deal? Please, I would love that. Well, we gonna follow. We gonna give you kudos. We gonna shout you out. We gonna give you like we can send you emails. Give us your email address. We'll send you emails. Whatever you like, sir. We just want a trial. That's all. I like trials. So I'm gonna say I because I watch trials, listen to trials all day long. That's what I did in my work life, and that's what I do in my retired life. So keep it coming, Wooten. We love you, dog. Mr. Woo Woo Woo. You know what I'm saying? Like it's funny because I haven't had fun all week. I've been dealing with real life stuff, so this was my fun today. And sorry, Shirley had to catch it. Oh well, I still like your voice, Shirley. You still the voice over here because I heard you on the radio the other day when I happened to turn it on for one chance. But my final sentence and my last thought is, "Hi, Shirley Strawberry. This is the morning show. Have a great day because it'll be over soon." That's it.
Bye. Thanks,
I'll,
Shan.
I want to.
Bye.
I'll go ahead and piggyback off of Shan. I never, I didn't think, a lot of people, I call chicken little syndrome, and it's no shade to anybody who feels this way. But I know there's a lot of people getting nervous when certain people say, act like they got information that, that is just going to blindside us. That's not going to happen. And I will not be surprised because he has a history of it. We talked about it before, Lady T Bug, of pleading guilty.
Hmm.
That man knows how to plead guilty.
Yeah.
And the last thing was with Shirley. Shirley they're absolutely right. And you know, Nesto really played himself with Shirley. He was trying to get over on her. It wasn't it wasn't about protecting her other than protecting her purse. He didn't want her to know certain things because he just did not want her to know what he was doing so he can continue to do it. Now it paid off for Shirley because now she really didn't know anything. And she's that personality that doesn't want to know. So Shirley is sitting in a pretty much in like the rooster position. So I'm 5 days we got this hearing, and just from the past history, I just think it's going to be short and sweet to the point. I would love for it not to be. I'm hoping that it will not be, but you were definitely missed, Lady T Bug. I knew you were spending quality time with the family, so and actually that's just what made today even better for me, this Friday even better, because I knew it was coming. Now this is my question for you, because unfortunately it seems like it's going to be one of those nights where I might not be able to get to sleep early. What time are you coming live tomorrow? Do you know?
I don't know.
I mean, is it going to be like an afternoon, or I don't know?
Mm,
Because I know the last couple of Saturdays you've been sneaking
yeah,
in
I
on us.
came at 12:30. Yeah. It's not gonna be 12. If I do come at 12:30, it's gonna be something else.
Oh, okay.
I'll
But
wait till
anyway,
I'll wait till this. I'll do the same my regular time.
okay, because this is the nitty gritty. We're really cooking with grease. We will be tomorrow. I think it's going to be very interesting. So everybody who's here, make sure you show up tomorrow. Who's in the chat, and I love coming up here on the front porch. It was crowded today, and we had a good time as
Hmm.
usual. And thank you as usual. And I'll see you out and about in these YouTube streets possibly tonight if anything else pop up, because they crazy over there in that other place. So.
Them folks live over there.
It's a trip over there. It's like, what, the saga over there.
What
Oh
over
my
where?
god.
And
Oh,
she got her message up here, Charles. She says, "All rights reserved by the Sylvia. Do
Oh
not
Lord.
use without permission.
I was gonna
That
say
Copyright
over
lady.
where?
protected.
That's your girl,
Copyright
Glorious.
protected."
You
Huh?
over there, your girl over there tripping, it sound like.
Well, and I'm not going over there to
I
watch if
know
that's
you
what
ain't
y'all was
going.
talking about. I
I
can't
know,
do it.
where I'm going, Lady T Bug. I'm gonna go into the mommy sector because
Yeah,
that's
me
my
too. I
guilty
gotta get
pleasure.
caught up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let you go. And as usual, it's nice talking to all you ladies. And Glorious, I've said this before. I think I've said it to you before. If I didn't, I love your voice. I
Oh,
love
thank you.
your voice. I do. And I got this picture in my head of you because of your profile picture. But it's just funny. It's like I know your voice in JNN. When you came up on, I don't know if she's still here, but when she came up on Sylvia's panel, or sorry, what's that lady Angelica's pen? I'm like, that I know her. Who is that? I know her. So I do appreciate you bringing the people up here so we can hear them and get their opinions. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop down. And you ladies have a good night.
Thank you,
You
babe.
too. Okay, so mine's gonna be. I'm gonna go real quick. Mine because
The teacher
most of
gone. Oh, the teacher dropped down. I was gonna say the
oh,
teacher, you will be next, but she
can
dropped down. She said she'll save it for tomorrow.
oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, just real quick. I'm going to come up every time. My last thought is when I hear something about how Shirley is a representation of the older generation that I'm calling up. I'm calling up because I love her. I try not to be so hard on her, but I just don't like the thing is I don't like for people to say that the older generation is naive or the acts d- dumb. So I don't like that. I don't like that because it's no excuse for that. And it's nothing to do about the age. It's about who the person is. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for having me up again. And yes, we did miss you. Um, And I'm gonna be ready for the live. But if y'all get started on her again, I'm gonna get started again.
Well, it's gonna be about the document, so it's gonna be about her. Thank you,
Okay, well, I just
Glorious.
look. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank
Bye
you.
bye.
All right, who else? Linda. Thank you, Linda, as well. Gotta re-thank her again. Let me read some of y'all comments. I'm about to get up off of here, chill. Go over here to when my niece having her little shindig at. I can't wait for the trial, all the secrets, and oh yeah, everything's gonna come out Eve. I can't wait either. I cannot wait. I was gonna say something else, but I'm not. My last thoughts are I'm glad you're back. I'm glad to be back. I missed y'all. And I just checked my messages since I've been up here. Y'all was actually messaging me. Child, I really tried not to come on no social media. So I got all y'all messages and I hearted them. So you guys know that I saw them. How you know about anything? I don't think she is playing dumb. She is. Miss Boogie down. She didn't start paying them until after he was in jail. I think she mean he was in jail. He's saying that she paid them because Nesto was using her bank account. I agree with that too, Georgia Peach. SS was happy to pay for Nesto because his dirty D. Ooh, and the way he played with her ego was enough for her. It was the whip appeal. Okay, baby face. I was more on my Kenny Rogers when Nesto go to trial in 5 days, baby. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And y'all say Nesto gonna fold like laundry. I think Nesto will plead. He doesn't want us in his business. They confiscated 4 cars and 2 motorcycles. Yeah. But you know, he had a fleet over there on Nesto security. Yes, after the fact, she thought it was paid off. Erica said everything he did, he made sure Miss Strawberry was untouched. Okay, wasn't touched. Exactly, Shan said it. What about the ring? I think they came back and got the ring. SS has low self-esteem and Finesta recognized and played to the yeah. I agree with that. And he knows she liked people to celebrate her. Her uncle, you know, as we mentioned in that book, he doted on her. He bragged on her. And I think that's also her love language, you know, in addition to getting the gifts. I meant to ask, was she at the hotel in Alpharetta with him? Because he was arrested. Is that why she's bragging about having the receipt? I think we've already talked about that receipt. And my thoughts was that she was trying to prove that he wasn't in a location when one of those acts happened. And in my opinion, it was one of the greats. I don't know why she's so focused on the greats in the CP. Baby, wait until he is indicted. We talked about that when we read the documents. What time tomorrow? Okay, maybe 5. I could do 5 tomorrow. If I do come early, we'll just do a call, okay, so I can get caught up. And then we'll come back at 5 to do the documents. Okay. I'm gonna set it up early. I'm gonna not do it 30 minutes or an hour before. I'm gonna try to set it up early. Not only is he fasting, baby, he praying, casting spells, calling on the angel of death from Africa, the demon from hell. Well, I told y'all earlier, baby, salt looked like sugar, and the devil was an angel. SS was out of her league with Ernesto, and I don't think she could handle finding out the truth. Yeah, it's a lot too, you know. Wasn't it strange that attorney office person said she don't look like her picture? Oh no, I don't know who signed it. Good night, ladies. I don't know. We know your thoughts. I really don't think Shirley believed he was committing crimes. She thought he was a affluent businessman without no damn businesses. I believe he does do dark magic. Hey, real, bye, real. I'm nervous on the pen. I gotta find my footing. Sure, I'm gonna have to mute them heifers. Only time I'm not nervous is in ministry. I appreciate your disruption. Shan was speechless, baby. She was like, Shan, disagreeable to agreeable, sweet as pie, feisty cat in heat. Yep, that's Shan. Okay, that's what brings balance to the discussion. I'm ready for the documents. Okay, okay. Yes, that's why I just I let y'all just go for it. 15 plus years. Okay, so we're gonna may have to do a poll on how much time we think Nesto's gonna get. Oh, yes, we can get the struggle ponytail. I got you. We'll do Steve tomorrow because you know when they talk about Steve, I'm supposed to do Steve, but we'll get the struggle pony. She said she love y'all too. I definitely got the struggle ponytail. He tickled me. Every time I see him, it's like the first time. You love the panel conversations. I'm gonna drop down. Okay, Latita, I was so far up. I wanted to make sure I got some of y'all comments. I'm getting caught up now. I'm at 9:21. Appreciate the panel. The lie appeal. Ooh, ooh. Good night, Georgia Peach. Charlie over there on Angelica China child. Angelica said her her live is copyrighted, y'all. She must be done got some new bad legal advice over there. Who knows? But we gonna let her be. We gonna, we don't pull her shit up over here on the front porch. And Tarsis, don't forget, I'll have y'all sung up tomorrow. Okay, let's get the pony. Good night, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow.